keep this urine when you're being tested for steroids in the NFL or the Major League Baseball. Because
what do you mean?
They have retested a sample of Barry Bonds' urine.
Right.
And now they say he tested positive. You know, these are
you
urine
are kidding
samples
me.
they've been holding.
What? They keep the urine I mean, I would think they do the test and then they throw out the urine.
Can I come clean about something?
This urine is from 2004.
Oh my God. Wow.
I have a great revelation, and this is going to be one of those things where I shouldn't say this out loud, but I'm going to. I purchased urine.
You're kidding. When? When did you purchase it?
The day after I made that stupid promise to you.
Are you serious?
And I had to throw it the fuck out. I put it behind a bunch of liquor bottles.
Where do you go to get it?
Oh, a kid sold it to me.
Are you serious? Because I would think you could know someone who would just piss in a jar for
What
you.
happened was there's a bunch of kids in the town I grew up. They're all fuck-ups, but they're trying to get on the fire department.
Right.
So to get
why did you ask me to give you a urine test? And I even protested. I said, Artie, I don't want to give you a urine test. Why did you? Like, you were nuts.
Yeah, it sucked.
You know you would fail.
Well, no, I'd still be okay with it. I'd still be clean, except for Subutex liquor.
For Subutex liquor and what else?
Maybe weed.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're doing great.
No. I was next. I was next to somebody who was smoking weed, but no, that could fail. And you know, I don't know. I'm fine. I'm not on heroin, but I paid $500.
Oh.
And I told the kid he's trying to get on the fire department, you know, and. He's like, yeah, this is brutal. I haven't smoked pot or done anything for 6 months.
Oh, so he's getting to get urine for himself. How gross is it?
It's gross. I made him.
Where do you? What did they sell it to you in a jar?
Well, he came over to my place and I made him piss in the. You know, I didn't see Dick in cup, but
right.
He put it in like a Poland Spring bottle, and then I transferred it with gloves to something else, and then I put tinfoil around it.
Because it's so gross to look at.
Yeah, and then I put it in the back of a bunch of whiskey bottles, and then I just threw it out like last week. I forgot
So
I
what
had
part of you insists to me? I said to you, Art, you don't have to do a urine test.
Because I was
don't
excited.
Want to.
I tried to make it sound like I'm normal.
Yeah, but
I yearn to be normal.
I know, but I told you you're never going to pass it.
No,
and, you couldn't pass a urine test ever.
Yes, I could.
Why don't
you couldn't.
Yes, I could.
When?
Just put Artie in rehab.
Yeah. I'm not in rehab. Why?
Because someone I talked to someone about that, and they explained to me Artie's got to want. You could, there are people go. Everyone acts like rehab's the cure.
I'm totally fine.
You could go into 95 rehabs and still not be better because you got to want it.
Guys, I've been clean
off. Steve-O. He fought it at
Steve's a hole.
Can I just
Jesus
talk about
Christ?
Steve-O.
The guy's bleeding and throwing shit at the and that may I add, they waited till that happened.
Can I just talk about how it's just so funny because I want to go pull the tape of how insulted and indignant Artie was.
This is what's great about
when I
me,
said
guy.
I had to watch Artie pee in a cup, and he goes, "Are you insane? Do you think I'm fucking crazy enough to go? I'm going to buy urine."
He fails his first drug test. I've already picked the date of his drug test.
But he can't know the date.
No,
he
doesn't know. Don't worry.
It should be every other day or so. What are you waiting for?
Why there's a special day. You should be
it's random. It's random. It's random drug testing. I'll do whatever the fuck you want.
And it should be regular.
He doesn't know, and Gary's going to watch his penis in the cup.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he has to. Somebody has to. He'll bring out a whiz in there.
Then I'm not doing it.
Then you got to walk in the room naked.
Then I quit the show.
You have to walk in naked because you're going to get a bag of urine in there.
I'm going to get a bag of urine
in your pants.
Where am I going to get a bag?
You'll buy it.
You could frisk me before I go in.
People buy urine to pass drug tests.
You seen the Whizzinator? It's a fake penis with a bladder.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have the Whizzinator on.
Sure you don't.
Where do I have it?
You think it's ridiculous for us to think that you might try to beat a drug test? That you wouldn't pay Teddy for his urine or something?
Teddy's not.
I'm just saying. I'm giving you.
Teddy's urine is way too expensive.
You know a bunch of people. You throw money at everything.
Then we'll have a girl.
I don't know one person who doesn't do drugs or drink. Where am I getting urine from? No, I bought urine before you accused me of buying.
Yes,
I did. But if you could go back to whatever those days are, I'm wearing a leather jacket and I have the urine in here in my breast pocket.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So if you look at the tape, it might be like.
You could see.
You mean you were carrying the urine with you because you thought we were going to do the urine test?
He didn't know when the test was going to come.
You're officially the funniest person I've ever met.
I came in here.
But meanwhile, you weren't even clean when you said I'm going to take a urine test.
Yes, I was.
Then why would you buy urine?
No.
If it was the next day.
I was worried that stuff would show up. Okay, very worried.
Art.
Stuff that you take.
But I haven't done heroin since December 24th.
But
I haven't.
No, but we were giving you a drug test for everything.
I know. That's where I made a mistake. I should have made it just heroin.
Just heroin. I don't know if they make that test.
They do. You could just check for opiates.
Ignore coke or anything like this. So just
yeah,
heroin.
you could.
Just
you could
tell us
see.
if there's heroin in
you
there.
could see specific stuff.
All right. Well, anyway, that's a very interesting revelation.
But I was always wondering about if the urine stayed
good.
Because then the one guy said, you have a way to keep it warm because it can't be cold. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I would put it in a room with heat
next to the boiler.
Did you really?
Listen, Howard, I'm crazy.
Oh, my God.
I don't want, I want to keep my job here. It's very important to me.
But that wasn't a condition of keeping your job.
Yeah, it was just to go to rehab.
See, I had to say it, but that's how good of a person I am. I had to say it.
All right, let's go to Robin because that sounds crazy.
Funny.
No, but the urine got real dark as the days went on.
Stay good.
And I was like, does this even look like fresh urine?
Right. Well,
there were flaws.
I am shocked to hear that they saved his urine, but there you go.
The samples are believed to contain traces of the previously undetectable designer steroid known as THG, or the Clear. It was called the Clear because it wasn't supposed to show up on tests. The New York Times reported last week that federal authorities had detected anabolic steroids in a urine sample linked to Bonds. However, it's unclear if that urine sample and the sample seized in the 2004 raid are the same.
Well, in interest to keep up with Artie on the show, I have a confession to make. In my jacket right now, I have a bottle of shit I carry with me.
What are you carrying that for?
I can't tell you exactly why.
Oh, when Dr. Drew said the penis and cup thing, I had the urine on me.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was going to take it out. If you guys made me do the test, I was going to take it out and put it on the table.
Oh, that's good.
I should have done that. Fuck.
Wow.
Well, we didn't test you.
You're really an addict.
No, Howard, I'm a dedicated worker.
Sorry.
Oh.
Who else? I'd break my ass. I'd break my ass. Ever since I was a fucking
you're in a dark place,
longshoreman.
You're in a dark place.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Yeah, you are.
But no, I'm okay. I'm okay, I think. Because if I can stay away from the hard shit, my life won't become chaotic.
But, Artie, are you going to drink?
Yes.
No, I haven't had a drink.
That's not true.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Okay, well, let's go penis and cup right now.
I have to watch.
I haven't. You ask anybody at my gigs, I'm totally sober. I'm fine.
Then why don't you take a real urine test?
Because the Subutex, I was afraid I couldn't stay off the Subutex long enough. And, every once in a while you might have a drink.
So you're saying there was no entertainment lawyer?
No.
Who called you and said you shouldn't take a urine test?
Yeah, he did call.
See, for once at least I didn't get fooled about that.
No, he did call me, the guy.
Sure.
4 in the morning.
But he told me the second book deal was up to 1.5.
Harry.
That is crazy.
Does this surprise you?
No, nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me anymore. But the only thing that Artie is the world's best liar.
That's crazy.
But although I wasn't buying into it, as soon as he said he didn't want to do it, I knew that there was something up. And when he got indignant about, what am I going to buy urine? But the fact that he had it on him in his pocket,
he was walking around with a bottle.
While he's yelling at me for saying, it's great. I said he's officially the funniest person I know. That is fucking funny.
Now you obviously can't believe anything now after.
Oh, I stopped believing before, but this is. I think what he just said is actually one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
You're taking this pretty well.
No, it's funny,
dude. So you're buying piss now?
Yeah, man, it's terrible. It's one step above buying shit.
Is that one of the low moments in your life?
No.
Buying urine?
No, the lowest moment in my life probably was, I don't know, I'm trying to think. Having dinner with DePace down at Point Pleasant with Scott and some of his kids. That was a low moment in my life. Drinking piss is second.
Let's have a moment with Steve Langford, who's really dedicated. He's a dedicated newsman. You gotta hand it to the guy. He takes his job seriously. Impressive. Go ahead. Let's hear what you got.
Is Eric the Midget's next public appearance soon to be a victim of this devastating economic crisis, or just a complete and total lack of interest in meeting the angry little guy? Eric's set to meet and greet his fans at a Sacramento Kings game February 27, but so far only 2 tickets for Eric's appearance have been sold, and the guy who bought those 2 lonely tickets, we are told, now wants his money back.
Is that true?
That's what we are told. A source in a position to know now telling Howard 100 News Eric the Midget's appearance is this close to being canceled.
Eric, I thought you said 200 people were going to be going to your appearance.
Well, Johnny hasn't bought the tickets yet. That's what the 200 to 400 tickets to be sold, they were going to be bought by Johnny.
Yeah, but I mean, if Johnny buys them, what's he going to do with them? I mean, that's how you're going to... So 200 people aren't buying tickets. It's just going to be Johnny Fratto bailing you out. You know, what do you have to say, Steve?
Well, Johnny told us yesterday there is 0.0 chance of him buying any tickets to this.
Really?
Yes.
Eric, Johnny's telling you news. He's not buying any tickets. How do you get that so wrong?
The shithead. I don't have it wrong.
Steve said...
He said to me that he would consider it. Eric, the loser. And if the team was better than they are, then maybe people would come see this meet and greet. Eric, the asshole. Maybe if I was doing it for the Lakers, which I've asked Johnny to set that up.
Yes, Gary.
Hey, if you go to Gary page 1, there's a funny piece of tape. So this whole thing starts out where Eric calls Johnny Fratto at like 2:30 in the morning to say, "Hey, you got to buy up all these tickets." It's in the left hand. It's in the left hand corner. Don't play the first one. That's just Eric going on and on.
Yeah.
But Johnny calls back. It's the funniest thing because you can hear the baby screaming and wailing. Johnny's like, "Don't ever fucking call here at 2:30 in the morning."
The second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric, how in the world do you wake me up at 2:30 in the morning? You want me to buy 200 tickets? What are you, nuts? If you call late like this again, I swear to God, I'm going to get a fucking screwdriver, and I'm going to come up there and I'm going to take you apart. Because you don't call in the night, you fucked me up. I'm definitely going to get even with you now. All right.
What are you doing? The guy's a family man. You're calling him at 2:30 in the morning?
And bugging him about buying your tickets.
Eric, you can't be for real.
I am.
Why did you call him at 2:30 in the morning?
There's never been a problem with it in the past.
You know, if someone calls your house past 10 o'clock at night, they're fucking rude. 2:30 in the morning?
And when you have a baby.
Oh, my God. Well, he does. He has another baby, as Eric the Midget.
Eric the shut up, Midget.
You're a baby.
Well, you don't make any sense.
Jackass.
You don't call someone's house with your needs at 2:30 in the morning. It's a babyish thing. It's like behaving like a baby.
I mean, you're not even. It's not urgent to buy these tickets. You don't need to call him at 2:30 in the morning.
Eric, that's what you sound like.
It is urgent. I don't want this to be, another thing where no one shows up.
It's too late.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, it says here, Eric the Midget's forehead looks huge today. Let me take a look at that. Put it up on screen, guys. Whoa!
What happened?
Eric, what's going on? I think combing your hair back that severe is a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a lot of forehead.
No one else fucking complain. Shut up.
No one else is honest with you. That's a lot of forehead.
And a lot of big blotch there, too.
Big, giant square blotch like that.
Shut up, you damn witch.
Like that guy who ran Russia for a while?
That,
big Weinstein?
Gorbachev.
Gorbachev, that dude.
Actually, it looks like a car peeled out on his forehead.
Yeah, like a tire track.
Like a tire track, kind of just when it takes off.
Eric, you're fucked.
And
in every way.
The hair color that he's dyeing his hair, there's no real color like that.
He must have just done that.
That's a fresh.
There is.
That's a fresh dye job.
Yeah.
It's got to be. When did you dye your hair last?
Last Thursday at Frederico's.
Yeah.
So you're getting it done by someone now.
They did that at Frederico's?
Yes.
Wow. Did you say to Frederico there's no color like that?
There is color like that. It's in their fucking book, jackass.
Yeah, but we're talking about on humans.
Yeah, that's horsehair. That's almost clown red, actually.
Right.
I know a clown has hair. Like
I want Emmett Kelly red. I want to look like Bozo.
Is that what you told them?
Did you say you wanted to look like Emmett Kelly?
What?
Did you tell me you wanted to look like Bozo?
I look like Bozo. I want to join Barnum and Bailey.
No, it's a little too red, Eric. Trust me. You should go a little...
The way my hair color was when I was a kid.
You look like Heat Miser.
Yeah, but you're no kid.
I'm Mr. Heat Blister. I'm Mr. Sun. Da-da-da-da.
You're an adult male.
Yeah, you're Mr. Fat Ass. Shut up.
I'm Mr. 101.
What's going on with your forehead there with that big red square on it? I mean, I'm concerned. Is that psoriasis?
No, nothing's going on with it.
Yeah, okay. You're very red and blotchy.
But really, Eric, you know it's ridiculous to call Johnny to buy the tickets because that doesn't mean you're a success.
It looks like you walked into a freshly painted stop sign.
Why is it Johnny's responsibility to
you
Eric?
get yourself in these messes, and then he's supposed to...
Midget.
Yeah, it's out. It's out in the public forum here that you're asking a friend to bail you out, so it would be more embarrassing than canceling.
And so Johnny will have to get 200 of his friends to show up.
Did you hear the guy who bought the 2 tickets for your appearance wants his money back?
I don't fucking think so.
Steve, how do you know that?
An extremely good source.
Hear that?
Oh, whatever, you Canadian jackass.
The truth hurts?
Not the truth.
You ain't phasing Langford.
Well, Johnny's not going to buy those tickets, not after Eric wakes him up at 2:30 in the morning. I know that. Johnny is
I don't know
not.
how Johnny's still friends with him. He's so abusive.
Johnny's a saint.
Johnny's a wonderful man, but I think he's at his wit's end.
I don't know. It sounds like he's done that with a screwdriver before to other people.
Hey, why does the guy who bought the 2 tickets want his money back? Maybe we could get to the bottom of the problem that way. Do you have any ideas, Steve?
I don't have the answer on that.
You didn't say to him, why do you want the money back?
We'll have to look into that.
All right, thank you.
He came to his senses?
Wouldn't he have a lot of time with Eric? I mean, if he's the only guy who shows up.
It'll be a night with Eric.
Yeah, I mean, he could have exclusive time with Eric, you know. And this is a guy who gets $40 for just a phone message, so it seems like it would be a good deal.
And Eric, there's nothing worse than doing an appearance where it's 1 or 2, like, really obsessed lunatics who show up.
Which, by the way, visit my store at jfsc.tv/ETA.
By the way, you should know this. At my book signing over the weekend, someone asked me to sign a picture they bought off your website, Eric, and he, like, drew a bunch of cocks on your face, and...
Really?
The cocks that Eric's sucking, and...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was
Terrible.
really defaming it.
I don't think you're allowed to do that legally.
I think for another
Draw
5...
a cock onto Eric's mouth?
Yeah, like big... It wasn't good art, but it was a cock, clearly.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Yeah, and it has the cock.
Eric, how do you feel people are buying your picture and drawing cocks on your face?
That's not cool.
Right.
It looks better than the enormous red blotch on your face.
Actually,
yeah, you're just absolutely enormous, period.
Actually, you should sell it like that. I'd buy a picture of Eric with a big cock in his mouth.
Oh, I'd pay an extra 20.
Yeah, Eric, maybe you ought to start drawing the cocks.
Thank you, Eric, and appreciate the phone call. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good luck getting some midget pussy this weekend.
Well, actually, Richard Christie is going to take Sal's load on his back. It's really weird. On the wrap-up show yesterday, Sal was saying, look, I don't think the listeners want me to drop a load on Richard's back.
Is he kidding?
They want like, Nick Manning or someone like that. So you should take a poll.
I was surprised that you agreed to actually do this.
I didn't agree to shit.
When you went into the studio, you didn't agree?
No.
What
Well, you didn't say
no.
I said I have to. Well, I kind of said no. I said I want to think about it.
Well, did you hear what Richard said you should do? Because I think I have a way for it to not be gay for you. If you put on the no. If you put on the My View goggles and watch a porn movie, then you're never really looking at Richard, and it's not gay.
Yeah, but it's still me on a video for the rest of my life jacking off on this hillbilly's back.
Because you haven't done anything else on a video that you'd worry about for the rest of your life?
Yeah, what's the matter? It's the 11th thing on the comp reel.
I have, but you know what? I'm trying to wean that down a little bit. You know,
that was then. This is now.
Exactly.
Kind of
the show, like Gary says, the show has evolved. The show has evolved. So I'm trying to evolve.
Don't evolve on this. This is so good. And
you know what? Here's the problem. Look, I'll do anything for the show. You know that I'm the dancing monkey. No pun intended, Gary. But the thing is that
why would I think there's a pun intended?
No offense, I should say. But the thing is that we do these things. We get a little crazy. You know, the Captain Sack and the Ball Lick and the Taint and all that shit. And then people call in and go, "It's too gay, too gay, too gay." And I listen to the fans. I listen to the people out there. I want to know, this to me is the ultimate act of gayness. I mean...
But I think it's all on Richard. I think if you're not looking at Richard, if you got the goggles on, you're watching your granny porn or your piss mops or whatever it is that gets you off,
right? And
you're not looking at Richard, then I think the gay part's on Richard.
Well, here's my question. What I think we should do is we should poll the fans in advance.
No. This is what we want.
I think we go on Howard's.
It's not a democracy. Howard knows what's funny. He doesn't poll the fans. He's got a funny idea, and this is what he'd like to do.
I'm the guy stroking my cock on this redneck's ass.
And Howard's asking you to do it.
Oh, hold on.
Well, you're saying poll the fans to see who does it?
Is that worse than getting your balls licked? Is that worse than other things that you've done?
Hold on. You guys are strong-arming me right now. Let me finish. Yes, you are. You're putting Howard's name into this.
Well, because Howard asked you. Howard wasn't looking for a poll.
Okay, but calm down. Easy does it. Slow down, boy. What I'm trying to say is that let's put a poll up this time and see if people really want to see this. And if they do, you know what? I'd be happy to, come closer to my decision.
Can I be you for a minute?
Howard
is an entity. He's never asked anybody's opinion. He's always thought about, he knows what's good for the audience. He has these great ideas. Howard never polls the audience to see if they want something. He just does it because he's got an instinct. And his instinct on this is, it's funny.
And he wants to see it. He said that.
So Gary goes, we're not going to take any polls, Sal. Howard decided it's better if you drop the load, and that's the way it is. So meanwhile, they put up a poll anyway, and of course...
They want Sal.
48% of the people want Sal. 25% of the people say a porn star should do it, and 27% people say no one should do it. So overwhelmingly, the audience wants Sal to go to a hotel.
Well, yeah, why would they want a porn star who they don't know?
Right, and then drop a load on Richard's back. And so Richard really wants the guy from Family Guy. What's the guy's name?
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane.
On the show.
Yeah. And so I booked Seth MacFarlane.
And now?
He's coming on the show.
Is Sal going to do it?
Yeah. Sal's going to drop a load on Richard's back.
And they're going to be in a hotel room. That's going to be the funniest thing.
What's up?
Richard's trying to back out.
Can't back out. I just booked Seth MacFarlane. Right. He told me the deal was on.
He says he heard that Seth MacFarlane was already booked, but that's not the case.
No, that is not the case.
What is wrong with him?
That is not the case.
Oh, yeah, dropping loads.
I'm not trying to back out. Sal's the one that went in and told Gary that. But that's what I heard, that he was booked before we even did this thing.
Absolutely not.
Huh.
We were thinking about it, but I said, hey, let's make it up to Richard. He says he wants Seth MacFarlane. I'll interview Seth MacFarlane if he takes a load. Because otherwise it's no fun.
It's no fun if I don't take a load.
Do you think they're just doing this to get you to have a load on your back?
Well, I mean, very gullible, so...
So when are you guys going to go to the hotel and get the load on your back so we can listen in?
That's up to you, I guess.
He's not going to do it that day. He's going to do it before.
Well, I want to make...
it should happen that morning, Howard.
Okay, that morning.
Yeah, I want to make sure Seth MacFarlane is sitting in the green room.
All right, that's fair.
I don't want to get a load on my back and then
he's
late for the show.
That'd be good. Seth MacFarlane calls in and cancels.
Yeah, well, that's the irony. This is what's going to get Seth MacFarlane not to do the show.
No, he's got a good sense of humor.
So, Sal, are you going to hold up for a lot of...
What's funny about this?
Sal,
yeah, exactly.
Are you going to wait like 5 days and be all backed up so you drop a rope on him?
No, he's yelling in the hallway now. Get in there, Sal. I never agreed to do this. Now he's back.
We did the poll, like you said. The listeners want it. 48% voted.
I'm going to give Sal some great granny porn that morning so he'll jerk off before he jerks off.
So it sounds like Richard wants to... Oh, wait. Do you want this to happen now, Richard? It sounds like subconsciously you do.
No, I do not want this to happen, but I'm not going to back out. Howard's, saying that I'm backing out. I'm not going to.
All right,
but
Sal,
I want to do it with Sal.
Deliver this tremendous bit?
Well, the thing is, technically, I lost the poll. 25% and 27% ends up to 52%.
Don't be ridiculous. No. You got the majority.
Yeah, I said put up a poll, but I didn't say I was going to do it.
They want to see you.
Here's the problem. I would do it.
Good.
But, calm down. But I don't have the ability physically to whack my cock off with a man bent over.
Here's what's going to happen. You do have the ability.
I don't. I'm telling you
physically.
You're
going to go to the hotel.
Cock and balls.
We're going to put some porn on for you that you'll look at.
Well, I suggested on the wrap-up show we have that sponsor, My View. They're glasses that you wear,
He'll wear the
where
glasses.
you can watch a video
That's right.
and you can't even see
Sal,
outside.
You gonna move up your cock and balls and whack it for a little bit?
I have faith in you.
No, don't
Are
have.
you telling us you can't perform?
There's no way with
Asshole. This is the biggest bit ever. It's not you being feminine. It's him. He's taking the load.
Is this bigger than interviewing Paul McCartney?
Yes. This is big.
Let me ask
but
you
I
something.
need you to perform.
Why do I? I didn't.
You
This
have to
asshole
go out
asked
there.
for semen on his back. Why do I have to be the jerk off that does
Because
it?
he trusts you.
He's
You're
your
his
partner.
friend.
Trust. I got 3 kids. I got to jack off on a hillbilly's back.
Do you do a comedy routine with this guy? You're out every weekend
That's
with him.
different. I'm not
You guys
jerking off on
You don't want to be
stage.
part of this?
Jeez.
You're going to feel like shit that morning when the comedy history is made and
it's
you're not
not
jerking
you.
off on him.
I'm not saying that, Howard. I've done so much. I've done everything.
You know you want to be the guy. You know what? Okay, fine. I'll get a different guy to come
No.
on his back.
I
You
want
won't even
Sal.
step.
You know what? No Seth MacFarlane.
Let's forget Seth MacFarlane. Let's forget this whole thing.
Come on, Sal. We do
I'm
everything
not saying
together.
no. I'm saying that, Howard. My problem is I'm
Here's
not.
what's going to happen. I hear your problem, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to put on those My View glasses.
No.
You're going to have a big screen
Oh, can you
experience right in
imagine?
front of you, a porn.
That's going to look like
What's your favorite porn?
Tom Cruise.
Dr.
Risky Business.
Dr. Piss.
All right, Dr. Piss.
Piss?
Describe your favorite scene in Dr. Piss.
There's a lot of them.
I think Fred has a clip maybe in the
Do you?
Prophet.
Do
Yeah.
I?
Take a look.
Is it under
Fred.
Dr. Piss?
Yeah, it should be Dr. Piss.
Okay, I can find it.
This is your absolute
And he
all-time
thinks
favorite.
It's one of my
can't
favorites.
perform.
What does Dr. Piss do in his video?
Well, he pretends he's a doctor, and a lady comes in, and as he examines her vagina, she starts peeing in his face, and then
Right.
he has another girl come in, and he pees into a super soaker, and he shoots the super soaker pee into her
Why
face.
do you like that so much? Or does
I don't know.
It turns you on and gives you a boner. All right,
Yeah,
so
it
here's
does.
what's gonna
That
happen.
gets me a boner.
Gets you all
All right.
excited.
Well,
On
one of the
first of all,
movies.
Richard's going to be quiet. We're not going to hear from him. He's just
we
gonna-
can even put him in something frilly if you
Right.
want.
And then, we put him in a dress.
Yeah, I want my
Okay.
ass covered up so he doesn't accidentally.
So we'll put you in a pair of panties, just so
Okay.
it looks like a girl saw it.
But Howard,
This is just his back.
like Richard wants to meet Seth
We can
MacFarlane.
even spray urine on you during it.
Nah, you don't have to do that. I'm not a deer. But
So then you'll put the My View glasses on. You'll have your experience.
and you'll be in your tighty white.
Yeah, you won't even know. And then you'll blow your load right on his back when it's getting close to time. Whip off the glasses and do it. Spray him
whipping
down.
up anything,
Yeah.
dude. Howard,
Spray him down.
I want to.
what an ass! Why am I involved in this asshole's life? I mean, he
know.
wants.
That's up to you.
But this is
I don't
him.
know what-
All right,
He
so
wants you.
I want Sal to leave the glasses on when he comes, so maybe he'll miss.
No. He's got to hit your back, or you're not
You know, this is
getting
what.
your wish.
Artie, help me.
Sal, I wish I could, but this is you're paying for past sins. People think you want to do this on some level.
But I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Sal, you don't want to do it? I'll get a different guy to do it.
All right, then.
No, please have Sal.
Well, Howard,
You do it
I
for
don't-
Richard. at
I don't
least.
know if
He's
I want to
begging
do it unless it's Sal.
Oh,
I
get
trust
out
Sal.
of here, Richard. You proposed this.
Why do you trust
were
Sal?
doing this.
I know, but I want Sal
always
to do
Sal
it
always
with me.
does something weird to you whenever he's involved with you. That cock's gonna end up in your ass. I know it.
I'm going to take a shit on his neck.
What about that
I think
guy?
I'd prefer a shit on my neck.
What about that guy who came in, who went into business for gay porn, but he's not a gay guy?
But see,
That's the
I don't
guy
know
won.
what that guy's up to. There could be a health
It's
thing.
on your back.
Right.
See, I got a big issue with Sal. I'm going to tell you right now.
What
Sal's
else
the
is
one
new?
who's always saying everybody's got to give it their all for the show. Sal's the one who's always saying if we don't do something, you should be punished. So if Sal doesn't want to do it, something should be taken away. That's how Sal
You,
reacts
as
to
a
everything.
producer.
How about your plugs for your
You're allowed
your
to.
shitty
If I don't
comedy
do
shows?
it, if I don't do it, you're a lousy producer. You
How
should
about,
be
how
taken
about
away.
if you don't do it, I cut your plugs off.
Sal.
Go ahead, Gary. That's not nice.
But hey, you got to perform. You're here. You
I
got a
don't
job.
want him to be coerced like that.
I'm not.
Not coerced. I mean, he's always saying, hey, first of all, Howard's asking you to do it. You're saying no right to his face. He is asking you to do it. And you're the one that says, we all got to do what Howard says.
Sal, let me remind
You're
you.
strong-arming me, Gary. I'm talking to Howard about
I'm
it.
using your own words against you.
How about if Sal does this, you'll interview Dr. Piss along with Seth MacFarlane.
Well, the point is, look, Richard wants to meet Seth, and I'm willing to contribute. Don't get me wrong,
You're
Gary.
not a team player.
All right, go back and think about it. Go back
Sal's
and
not a
think
team
about it.
player.
That's not true,
You're not.
Gary.
We have to know if this is being done.
I
We
think
gotta-
he'll do it.
You do?
Let me think about it. Let me think about it some more.
Go back and talk it over with Richard.
Be on the team.
I am, Gary. You know I'm on the team.
How are you on the team?
Gary, the things that I've done in the past, I've done everything that's been asked of me.
You haven't done anything like this good in about a good year and a half.
We haven't done a gay stunt in a year and a half.
No, you've changed.
No, I have not changed at all.
Changed.
No, I have not.
And you're not part of the team.
I'm totally part of the team.
How?
It's something I have to think about. Why don't you do it?
Because nobody asked me to.
All right, I'm asking you.
You know what? You doing it is funnier, and Howard wants you to do it. Not me.
And I know
funny if you did it,
It'd
Gary.
be funny if Gary did it.
I'm putting on
it'd be bestiality, but it'd be
I'm
funny.
putting on the Techno Beaver outfit.
That's
okay?
pretty good.
Well, you already look like a beaver. That's no. It's not as far stretch.
Sal is not a team player,
dude. You know.
All right, thank you guys.
It would be funny for any guy to do this. Let's face it, but no one's going to do it. I mean, you know.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not going to, but I'm definitely going to think about it.
You're not a team player.
All right, go think about it.
Whenever we do stunts, it's a Sal and Richard stunt, and I want this to be a Sal and Richard stunt.
We're like the gay Laurel and Hardy.
Well, yeah.
All right, boys, go back and discuss it in your comedy room.
And just remember, Seth MacFarlane is like on the list, off the list, on the list, off the list while you guys do this.
Seth MacFarlane's fate rests in your hands.
I don't give a fuck about Seth MacFarlane. He does. I'm the idiot. I'm the gay dancing bear that has to come in and close the deal so Shitbag can meet Seth MacFarlane.
Right.
I get nothing out of this except to please you and the show. All right, goodbye.
You get to jerk off. That's true.
All right, goodbye, boys. All right.
I remember when pleasing Howard on the show was enough, so.
Right.
Yep.
Seth doesn't know if he should get on that plane.
Seth MacFarlane's very hurt. Yes, Dan, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, I want to be the voice of reason. I am your major demographic. I'm a young male, Long Island boy, part Italian, pleading with Sal not to do this.
You don't want him to do it.
He cannot do this. Dude, he's on the borderline of getting kicked out of the club anyway.
Right.
He does this, he's out. He can't come home anymore.
Let's go to Matt.
I have to say, I agree with the kid.
Cross the border.
Matt, you're on the air.
But I'm in Jersey.
Yes, Matt.
Morning, Howard.
Morning.
Yeah, I agree with the last call. Adam and Sal should go through with this.
I don't know. It sounds kind of intriguing to me.
I think Gary would be much more interesting.
You want to see Techno Beavers?
See, this is probably Sal's friends calling.
You want Gary in a
No, I'm not.
Techno Beaver costume. All right, J-Man, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey now.
Hey now.
So, I don't know. I just don't think you're listening to the listeners. Because if only 46% want him to do it, then that means the majority of your listeners do not want Sal to.
No, you didn't hear the poll.
On the air.
No, 25% want a porn star to do it.
Right, that means not Sal, and then the other 20-something.
Only 27% of the people think it shouldn't be done. So 48 and 25 is how much, Robin?
Oh God, that's
13
like,
carried the 1.5. 73%.
Want it done.
Clear majority.
No, that meant the majority want Richard to take a load on his back, but they don't want Sal to do it.
Yeah, but we're saying they want the load on the back.
The load on the back isn't the question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think Sal can't do it, man. I don't know.
All of a sudden, everybody's backing out. Now, everyone said it was funny for Richard to take a load on.
Well, they're talking more about Sally's people. Richard, I think, is still.
But it's
get
Sal,
the load.
Sal objecting and saying maybe he shouldn't do it. That's calling this into question. It would just be getting done if he would just go along.
Well, anyway, maybe we should get off this topic.
Gary, you're being pretty hard on him, man.
Fuck him. You know what? He's the first one to run him when somebody won't do some dumbass shit that he wants. You're not on the team. You know, we're all here for Howard. And then all of a sudden, when he finds himself in that position, he's got a double standard.
Do you think there's any way we can convince him to do this?
I don't think he should do it. No, I think he should do it. If he doesn't want to do it, then he's dropped a couple of notches in my eyes.
Guys, what's going on?
He's going to do it. Right, buddy? Come on. You'll be looking at Dr. Piss. All you got to do is lay on the ground. Just jerk off that morning so you don't have much load.
Yeah, that doesn't.
All you got to do is dribble on me. That won't be that big of a deal.
All right, we'll see.
Gary says you're not a team player.
That's totally wrong. That's ridiculous. That's Gary's way of psychologically stressing me out.
No.
I'm such a team player.
You're the first person to talk about. You say Lisa's not a team player. Whenever somebody doesn't want to do something that you find funny, they're not a team player. And you say that I'm an asshole, I'm a bad producer. Here you go. If you don't do it, you're fired. Now I'm a great producer.
All right, there you go.
But how about this? What other office in the world has their boss convincing one of the workers to jerk off on another guy.
Right. In the grand scheme, we're just trying to do what's best for the show.
Right. But you're trying to get Sal to jerk off on a guy, and that's
you're trying to get me to jerk off. He's following
you're his
through.
boss, and you're trying to tell him to jerk off on a guy.
I just think it's funny that Sal's got this big double standard. That
I don't have a double standard.
You do because
it's something that I don't want to do.
Right, and when
we all have a right not to do something now.
But when somebody,
I've done everything.
hold on, when somebody else doesn't want to do something, that's when you tell them they're not a team player. Lisa didn't want. Okay. Not that they're the same thing, but Lisa didn't want to be in your talent show, your newsroom talent show. Right. She didn't want to play the cello. For whatever reason, it's not up for you to decide.
Right.
She's not a team player. Lisa never does anything I want. This is bullshit. You should get rid of her. You said, no, you said a bunch of,
all right,
she should be fired.
I didn't say she should be fired.
You should say, we shouldn't let Lisa be on the air anymore and reap the good benefits. No,
but there are things that we all don't want to do. Okay, you know, Gary,
she didn't want to do that.
You made me see the light. From now on, I'll never say that nobody's not a team player. That's what else can I tell you?
That's another lie.
Okay. No, it isn't.
It is. You'll say it before Christmas. You'll say it.
Okay. So because I call somebody else not a team player doesn't mean I'm a hypocrite now all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take my cock out
and jerk
off on a man's back?
You're being a hypocrite.
No. There are standards that people have, and that's where I draw the line. There.
So then why don't you respect someone else's standard?
I do.
No, you
drew the line. Well,
you drew the line and you trashed the shit out of her for a month.
I expressed my opinion on that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said she's not a team player for playing the violin. It's
okay.
A big
so
difference.
I expressed my opinion. You're not a team player.
Okay,
and you're not. You clearly don't care about the show or Howard anymore. You've gotten big.
Oh yeah, really.
Now that you're a big shot with your fucking Richard and Sal show, you don't need Howard.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's the funniest.
Let's see if Sal can fit his head through the door.
Rich, are you a little bummed out that this might not happen?
I would be ecstatic if this didn't happen, but I don't want to let Howard down. I want it to happen with Sal, and everybody thinks he's going to back out. I know Sal; he won't back out. I have full confidence in my buddy.
And if it's not Sal, you're not going to do it?
I don't know. I gotta. You know what? I would say I have to check with my doctor, but how do I ask my doctor if it's safe for me to get a load on my back?
Lisa's got some stories from the Howard 100 newsroom. Lisa is busy being a reporter. Lisa, what do you have for us?
Lisa G takes shits at work.
All right, so remember, I think it was yesterday, Gary came in here and said the guy at the parking garage busts his balls all the time.
Right.
Well, I went down there to meet him and to talk to him.
Right.
So I said to him, John, why do you make fun of Gary? He says, because he's easy to bother. Anytime I see him, I just break his balls from whatever happens on the show. Did you see Edie Falco's pitch?
Yeah, he's pretty consumed with Gary's pitch. By the way, I should play you more reports have come out about Gary's pitch.
It's not dying?
No, it's not dying at all.
It won't die.
No, it's become a thing. It's become like that. Now the announcers go, "Oh, that's a Baba Booey." You know, it's when you throw the pitch like a girl.
That's crazy.
Gary wants to kill me.
Yeah, Artie just bummed Gary out bad.
I did, and I'm sorry, Gary. I'm just busting balls.
What did he do?
I don't want to go into it.
Oh, it's good.
All right, you know Artie likes that song by Anne Murray, Dreamin'.
Yeah.
I admit it, and it's kind of a gay song, but I admit it. Dreamin'.
So on Artie's iPod, the Anne Murray's picture comes up, the artwork from the album comes up when you play Dreamin'. But so Artie changed it, and it's a picture of Gary pitching.
I know. He just showed it to me. So you showed it to Gary?
But you know how...
And Artie was like laughing for a way long time at the joke, and Gary got upset and left.
Well, you know why I was laughing more? You just saw the picture, but if you hear it with the song, because I had my headset
that just goes on and on and on.
Well, Howard, I have an announcement.
Yeah.
I can't get a major league team to let me throw a pitch out because everyone thinks I'm a dirtbag. I swear to God, they just don't want anything to do with me.
Right.
But the Trenton Thunder, who are a minor league team in Trenton, New Jersey, the guy said you can throw the first pitch out. So, it's not as much pressure as Gary, and I admit that. But if you want to film it, I'll throw the first pitch
Absolutely.
out. I'll put my money where my mouth is.
Is it the same distance from the mound to
It's regulation.
Yeah, it's 60 feet 6 inches.
All right. Well, maybe you'll crack under the pressure.
I might. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is.
All right, here we go.
All I can guarantee.
What is that?
It's totally not the same.
It isn't. I know, Gary, and I said that.
Artie doesn't give a shit about Trenton. He loves the Yankees, and Yankee Stadium is like church to him. And if he had to stand at Yankee Stadium, he'd probably still make the pitch. But throwing a ball at Trenton is meaningless.
You know what? He knows I'm going to be way better, and he's pissed.
Why is it meaning? I understand this. Artie admits it's less pressure for him, but this is the closest he can come.
It's about where it takes place and what it means to you.
I see.
No. There's pressure on me now, Gary. Listen. You fucked up, and look what I did. I acted like the biggest asshole on the planet. There's pressure on me, man. I mean,
really isn't. It's not Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, but Yankee Stadium doesn't exist anymore.
I got a way to solve this. A pitch-off between Artie and Gary at this game.
Okay.
You each throw a strike.
I'm glad to do it.
Well, now that's a good idea.
There you go. Now it's an even playing field.
It's on.
Gary, there's no pressure.
Even playing field. Now it's an even playing field. You should be able to throw the strike if there's no pressure.
Gary, if there's no pressure.
Yeah.
You should do fine.
Right. Should be a slam dunk.
What are you, a big Thunder fan?
It's not the same pressure for Artie that it was for me. So the comparison.
So what about Fred's idea that if you both throw?
The point is that Artie should throw the first pitch out at Yankee Stadium.
Well, maybe until that happens.
Yankee Stadium doesn't exist anymore. There's that shit fucking pussy field they built next to it. So I can't do it. But come on, Gorilla. We in Manila. Come on, Gorilla. This is the thriller.
Dude.
Gary. Fred's point. That isn't a bad way to redeem yourself.
It's a good way to settle the argument. If you, here's the deal.
You and Uncle Tom, you ain't shit.
I understand there's a lot of pressure.
When the show's over, then I'll talk.
It's over, Gary.
Go ahead.
It should have been over a week ago.
Believe me, it's over. It's over. I'll be working construction in 2 weeks. Go fuck yourself.
Gary.
Oh, you think they'll have your back?
Oh, yeah, they will. But I'll still be able to throw like a dude. Oh. You work in construction. We need you to swing a hammer so you can hit an umpire by mistake.
Bring your Anne Murray CD with you, douchebag.
Yeah, and I'll show them your picture. Oh, God.
All right,
Come on, Gorilla.
The point is, if I were going to do this again and I were going to redeem myself, I'd do it in a place by myself, like, that means something.
But wouldn't that prove that you have the same ability as Artie? I mean, I understand why you say.
I can go throw a pitch and anywhere. I don't need to do it with Artie.
But that's a quick way to kind of shut him up a little bit. If you pitch a strike too.
Shut me up.
Whatever.
Listen, Gary, what about this? The Trenton Thunder game, it's not me, it's you versus Valerie Bertinelli.
All right. Well, there you go. Gary is not interested in pitching.
I think that would solve the problem because I understand the pressure that he had at Shea Stadium, and I'd love Citi Field or whatever the fuck it is.
Shea Stadium.
I'm not in a contest with Artie, nor am I tied to Artie. So if I do this, I'll do it on my own. I don't need.
But you're knocking his. But you're knocking his thing. It's like so now you can prove that you're as good as him.
Whatever.
All right. It's enough of that. The man has a piece of wood in his penis.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? I'm so uncomfortable today. It's the worst fucking day ever.
Really?
What's going on?
You know what? It doesn't hurt anymore, but I'm telling you, what time is it? 7:15? I've already peed 6 times.
It's time to talk about your gay pitch.
Gary.
Oh, man.
Let me get off the gay pitch for a second, okay? Gary.
Yeah.
So you went and you had this procedure.
Right.
They got rid of your kidney stone.
Right.
They put, and after the procedure, they put a piece of
it's a stent.
It's a stent. It's plastic up your penis so that you'll keep the opening from getting.
Right. And it's been uncomfortable. I've almost. Well,
why are you peeing so much? Are you drinking a lot of water?
Well, I have to drink a lot of water, but I'm not peeing a lot. I'm just peeing often.
You know what it is? The stent, the guy explained it. It sort of makes you feel like you want to go all the time.
So there's an urgency feeling, but not necessarily you really have to.
Like I got in the car this morning, and as I was walking down the block from the garage, I could barely get here. And then I've gone at least 6 times this morning.
Wow. How much longer do you have to keep that thing in your penis?
I'm taking it out a week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow, you got to go through this?
Yeah.
Is it going to get any better or is it just going to be horrible?
This is a little new territory for me.
But did you ask your doctor? Are you going to be suffering like this for the entire week?
I don't know. I got to call him today or I'll email him today. Nobody gave me any indication that this would be going on.
So when you say uncomfortable, it stings?
No, the stinging seems to have gone away. I just feel like you know when you have to pee really bad?
Yeah.
It's constant. Like I already can get up again. I just came back while you were having this conversation, and I probably can get up and go again.
You know, I was talking to my buddy Pat about these kidney stones, and he was saying to me, too, it's a matter of hydration. Do you drink a lot of water?
All I drink is water.
Really?
I don't drink any soda. I stopped drinking iced tea. I drink water like crazy, Howard.
But it took years to make this stone. He had really bad habits.
Well, it's like an oyster.
Oh.
I've never been a soda drinker ever, and I've always been a big water drinker, so that's never been the issue.
Wow. Well, all right.
But it's the chocolate, the Tums, whatever else he was doing for years.
I think the Tums did this guy in.
Yeah.
I mean, my grandfather used to eat Tums all the time, but he was eating so many Tums, and Tums is loaded, I think, with calcium.
Yeah.
And I think calcium leads to these deposits.
Well, the stones are made of calcium. That's what they're made of.
Jeez, these stones sound scary, man. Like even I've now changed my diet.
That's
and
scary.
You didn't have a problem.
I don't have a problem. I'm so afraid of it.
It is. It's a scary thing to get because sometimes I don't know if it's true, but it could be hereditary. You just get them anyway. You know, I don't.
You might have a.
No, Robin. No.
No.
It's not hereditary?
No.
All
How
right.
could a stone be hereditary?
But could you have a predisposition?
All of a sudden, your grandfather put a stone in you?
No.
A Western medicine doctor says it can be hereditary.
Sure.
But Robin
they
knows
say
better.
everything's hereditary. Heart disease, everything.
You just made me feel.
Disease is hereditary.
No, it's
if you
not.
have a bad heart.
What? Cholesterol's hereditary, Robin.
No, you have to eat that.
What you're missing is that, don't you agree that there are people with family histories?
That's right. They could have a proclivity, but they have to eat and live the way that it would make that thing evidence in their lives.
I haven't eaten with my family since I was 20 years old.
If your father and your grandfather all had this condition of kidney stones, you would have to be extra careful. It's like women who have breast cancer in their family have to be extra careful and extra diligent about checking their breasts, getting mammograms, because chances are they might get it.
Explain a guy who's never smoked and gets lung cancer. Like, I mean, nothing's hereditary.
There are environmental conditions too that can cause that. Again, you might have a propensity for something.
Right.
Doesn't mean you're going to get it just because of that. It means if you contribute to it by living the same way as the other people who got it, you will too.
But you could get it anyway, even if you don't live that way.
No, nobody's getting anything anyway. We're living in a stress-filled society, bombarded with pollution, Artie.
All right.
Did your dad have kidney stones?
Oh, but my mom had them forever.
She did?
Yeah, constantly.
So that's where
she's in and out all the time.
With kidney stones?
Yeah.
So there you go. He's got it in his family history. And then on top of that, he's eating crappy.
He has a very bad diet.
Does your mom have a bad diet?
I don't know. I mean, now she does.
You don't know. Now she does. Now you don't know what she eats.
And I want to say to everyone who called the wrap-up show yesterday, too, I have something that's hereditary in my family. Being really loud and interrupting great...
Is the talk of the town. He is the toast of the town.
The toast.
They're toasting him already.
The burnt toast.
He was on the Joe Buck HBO premiere talk show, the first talk show in Joe Buck's...
Joe Buck's 2 Live.
Joe Buck Live.
Right?
They're making a big deal about Artie's language on the show, and it's weird to me because, they have the cat house, like prostitutes fucking guys.
Yeah, but HBO's schizophrenic like that.
Yeah.
Like on certain shows, you're not supposed to do it, and somehow you're supposed to know which shows are for cursing and which shows aren't.
What about Sex in the City?
Right.
They used to, the stuff on that show offended me.
But then they'll have something like the Bob Costas show, which never had any cursing in it.
I know, but they said, they said do anything you want.
Well, I think they're schizophrenic in the sense that I think Joe Buck was going for more of a Letterman-esque kind of talk show where they talk sports and hang out.
Right, because if you watched it, it was the Costas show. There was never any cursing.
I do believe, though, that these guys, when they booked you on the show, sort of thought that you would be a talk show guest in keeping with your Letterman appearances and your
Conan
appearances and stuff like that. I think they probably were really blown out by the language, but nevertheless.
They should have said something. Right. They shouldn't have said go to town.
They gave me no guidelines. Listen, I mean, this is crazy. I did an interview with the New York Times yesterday. Like, I mean,
about this?
Yeah.
Well, it's a big story in the sense that you went on, and HBO is now upset with you.
Right.
Oh dear.
And in fact, I was reading the paper today. They've blacklisted Artie from HBO Sports, which
wow.
I don't think.
Well, geez, Artie, I'm sorry for you.
I don't know how that would affect your career, but maybe it would. I don't know.
Look, me blacklisted from anything could affect my career, sure.
Oh, no, the HBO Sports Department was a major plank.
Here's the article. HBO wipes hands of Artie. Artie Lange meet the HBO blacklist. Lange, Howard Stern's radio sidekick, is persona non grata at HBO Sports after his profanity-laced segment on Monday's premiere of Joe Buck Live. I tell you what, I never knew who Joe Buck was. Now I do.
Yeah, I mean,
help him out that way.
There's something good that came out of this.
Sure.
He can do, he can go do as many Howard Stern shows as he likes, but he will no longer appear on HBO Sports or Joe Buck Live, HBO Sports President Ross Greenberg told the Post yesterday.
Wow.
Well, that's the greatest news ever. I can do as many Howard Stern shows as I want.
How does Ross know that you can do as many shows as you want?
When did he get permission to do this show?
He's executive producing this show.
He's the president of Hollywood.
Howard, if that's true, and you make that decision, I couldn't be happier about it.
We don't have any interest in his world. That's a quote from Mr. Greenberg.
You have your own world.
Lange appeared with actor Paul Rudd, barely. Paul Rudd didn't get a word in.
But they weren't trying. Did you see them struggling for words?
No,
Howard, they
had a good time.
They went, they both loved it. If you watch
it,
you watch it, the crowd is guffawing. Like Michael Irvin is laughing. Like, look, I'm not going to say this about a normal appearance, but I have to defend myself. Like Jimmy Kimmel texted me yesterday. He said, "Dude, that appearance was epic. They should have you back on every night." Like,
you should be his sidekick. Somebody said to me there should be the Artie and Joe Buck show.
Yeah, I mean, so Ross Greenberg has, I mention him a lot in this New York Times. I don't know if the New York Times thing ran at all, but he sounds like a moron. He gave me no guidelines, and he knows what I do. He read my book. He saw my stand-up. Can someone explain to him why I wouldn't do what I did on Letterman? It's CBS, it's Letterman, and quite frankly, I have a lot more respect comedically for David Letterman than I do Joe Buck.
Lange, discussing his appearance on yesterday's Howard Stern show, said Greenberg told him to go nuts if the discussion flagged. So go fuck yourself. I don't care how important you are in the business, Lange said to Greenberg. That's regrettable, Greenberg fired back. I said to him prior to the show that we need your energy if things get boring. He misconstrued that. I didn't mean that we needed this, which was a far cry from energetic. It was a mean-spirited, vitriolic diatribe with guttural language.
Howard, take away the first thing I said, okay?
Right.
And which was just a crazy joke that is the first time the audience reacted to anything, okay?
Right.
And the kid Jason next to me started whooping it up afterwards. Whoa, and the place went nuts. Then after that, it really was just me and Joe ribbing each other. And I told a story about his father. And I mean, that was really, that's what I did. And everything killed. I mean, But look, I don't care if I'm ever on HBO ever again.
Right.
This is the show that sells tickets to there's guys who have HBO stand-up specials that open for me on the road. I mean, that's the truth, because I'm on the Stern show. I mean, I don't care, Ross. I really just don't care.
All right. Let's see. So Artie, who ever since he got off heroin is very energetic, appeared on a bunch of shows.
He is Mr. Energy.
No, Tim Sabean called me and asked me to call into Chris Russo. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, you can do sports with Chris.
Yeah, right. and
I heard that, by the way.
You heard it, Fred?
Oh, yeah, I heard that, by the way. He's not your friend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Russo was, he was doing...
I didn't think Russo was... I thought you might have overreacted to Russo, and I'll tell you why.
I definitely think so, too.
I haven't heard the whole thing. We'll play it now. He thought you weren't funny. So you say, well, some people think I'm funny, and some people don't.
Okay, he had an issue with the language, too, and I just explained that I said, well, look,
but
Chris...
you got so angry with Chris, it was like saying, who cares what Chris thinks, whether you're funny or not? Just be like, you know what? I thought I did well. That's the only person I answered
Well, I
to.
was told that he was bashing me for a while. Well, that's what I was told. Tim said, you got to call in...
Tim wanted you to react to what was being said.
Tim asked me to call in.
And then Artie slammed this guy Mike Francesco. Turns out Mike was defending Artie.
Oh,
you were on
crap.
fire.
Oh, dear.
Well, I've been wanting to slam Francesco for a while. He gave me a bad tip on a couple of college games here.
Well, that's very understandable. So, anyway, let me play you the Artie. What was Artie busy with yesterday?
Yeah,
page.
how many shows yesterday?
I'm going to get you a bunch of clips here. What page is that again, Gary? The Artie page?
Artie has his own page.
JD, page 1? Okay. All right. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. What about that first clip? Can I pass on that one and just get right to
pass on the first clip.
Okay. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. The two of them going at it yesterday.
People guffawed laughing. They don't laugh. They laugh politely if they have to. People were barreled over laughing. Watch the fucking tape.
Artie, I'm a big fan. You were not funny. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of yours, Artie. I watched. You were not funny. That was not a funny set. That was not a funny 8 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm a big fan of yours about sports, but you don't know shit about being funny. When you're funny, it's funny when...
Artie, I'm not trying to be funny. You tried to be funny, and you weren't funny.
Exactly. I was trying to be funny, and I was funny. Howard Stern thought I was funny.
We all know.
I got texts from people I barely know. Jimmy Kimmel sent me a text saying that appearance was epic. It was the best thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious, and they're going to have you back. Every funny person I know thought I was funny. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Chris, I love
Billy Crystal, Artie, Billy Crystal didn't think you're funny, and Billy Crystal is better than Jimmy. And Billy Crystal is bigger. Billy Crystal is bigger than Jimmy Kimmel. And Billy Crystal did not think you were funny.
Billy Crystal, let me tell you about Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal hates Howard because Howard busts his chops. Billy Crystal's funny, but he's an uptight prick. He's a politically correct, uptight bastard. He's an egomaniac. We've sent out Stunner and John to ask him questions. We play a tape. Oh, Howard's not funny either. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented. Wait, let me talk. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented. His stand-up is unreal, but he's full of himself, and he's taking it too far. I'm a Yankee fan like him. Now he thinks he's Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Pretentious, Mr. I Meet the President, so I don't give a fuck what he thinks is funny. I give a fuck what my fans think are funny, and they thought it was funny, Chris.
Artie.
And I don't care if you think it's funny either, even though I'll listen to you talk about the Jet-Giant schedule and what the record's going to be, but don't tell me about being funny, and I won't tell you about...
Well, no, but Artie, you need a guy. You tell me about sports, you're allowed. I mean, I don't say, well, I don't know, what does Artie know about sports? I don't say that. So why should you say that about me, about why I can't judge a comedian? What, you're allowed to judge your sports and I can't judge a comedian?
You're entitled to your opinion, but I don't respect your opinion about comedy. I tell you about sports, and a lot of times I'm wrong, and if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll believe it. Chris, I love you, man. You know I'm a huge fan of yours, but you're wrong about this. I was funny, and look at the audience. They guffaw.
You can't judge.
Michael, wait, Chris.
Hold on now. Let me get this straight. Artie, let me get this straight. I'm not allowed to judge your comedic value, but Michael Irvin can. Is that the way it's supposed to work? I can't judge it, but if Michael Irvin laughs, you must be funny. Michael Irvin doesn't know anything.
Chris, you could judge whatever you want. And Michael Irvin to judge whatever you want. I don't give a fuck about it either way. I'm just saying one's right and one.
Well, hold on. You brought up Michael Irvin 4 times and he thought it was funny. Well, why should Michael Irvin be able to judge it? I can't. That doesn't work. Michael Irvin's not a comedian. Well, why can't he's a football player. I retired one at that. He's got no credibility with comedy.
Chris, you're going to let me talk or what?
Yes, go ahead. You got to answer the question, though.
Because, Chris, I met Michael Irvin, and quite frankly, he's funnier than you are. That's how it is. You're funny, and you don't...
Michael Irvin can't get a job in the media business. ESPN fired Michael Irvin. Nobody wants Michael Irvin on. You're making what? Michael Irvin's a big talent in the broadcasting field.
Why the fuck was he on?
Because he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, Artie. You think he's on because he's funny?
And I'm on Joe Buck Live because I'm on a Hall of Fame radio show. How's that sound, motherfucker?
Well, that's different, Artie. We're not talking about... Forget Stern. We're talking about your appearance as far as humor is concerned and about language and about all those things. How about going on, Buck, last night and use better language and not make everybody cringe in America?
And being boring and nobody cares. Would you be talking to me right now if I went on and talked like Carol Burnett for fucking an hour or some other fucking jerk off you think is funny like Bob Hope? You're talking to me right now because of what I did.
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Yeah, Bob Uecker funny?
I think Bob Uecker's hilarious.
Okay, does Bob Uecker use bad language?
Off the air.
No, in his jokes, does he use bad language, Artie? The answer is no.
What the hell is he talking about?
Chris, you're caught up in the 1940s, brother. I'm a Richard Pryor fan. I'm a George Carlin fan. I love Sam Kinison. I love guys who were on the edge. You don't. It's a difference. Howard Stern. And don't bullshit me, man. I used to listen to you and Mike and Mad Dog, and you guys would always talk when you were kissing Imus's fucking old ass. You would go, oh, Howard works blue. I don't work blue. I grew up listening to Howard, man. I work blue. And Joe Buck knew that, and he got it, and the fans fucking loved it, and today people are talking about his show because of it.
The one thing I don't understand, maybe you know this and clear it up, Artie. When did Billy Crystal comment on Artie's appearance?
I don't know.
Never.
Russo seems to be aware of something no one else. Maybe they had a personal conversation.
Are they close, Billy Crystal and Mad Dog?
I have no idea.
Howard.
That is so funny.
Howard, listen.
I got more, by the way.
I know, but listen, I am a fan of Russo because he's real. He's really a geek. Like, I mentioned Norm Macdonald to him, and he said, the guy on Cheers, Norm.
No.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't know anything about
outside of sports
or modern day stuff.
It wasn't his cup of tea.
Right, exactly. But he was yelling at me too, Howard. I mean, I was yelling back.
Michael Irvin thought it was funny.
He did.
That was funny. Chris is a funny guy.
He is funny.
When he starts yelling, he's just funny.
I love when two guys argue over whether they were funny or not. It's the best. I mean, I've gotten caught up in that crap.
Was the best. He's a football player.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, exactly. Well, whoever's in the audience, when you're a comic, you're just happy anyone's laughing, man, you know.
It seems like you're getting caught up lately in a lot of fights with people, a lot of agitation. I'm worried about you, honestly.
Honestly, Howard,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I really am. But people are fucking with me.
But I don't know. You think everyone's fucking with you.
No, I'm fine, Howard.
You are?
And I'm in therapy, and it's starting
It's working?
to work.
It's working?
Did
Howard,
you talk to your therapist about this?
I have a shrink session today. And,
Good.
Oh, good.
How long?
I love the guy. He's finally back from his honeymoon.
How many hours is the session today?
It's going to be about an hour and a half because I have a book signing tonight, so I have to calm down.
Right.
But I have so much anger in me. I do.
Boy,
I have anger
You
in me,
really do.
and I'm working on it.
Okay.
I
What
am.
is it, Fred?
I have a couple of thoughts. Book a triple session, number one.
You got it, Fred.
And number two, I heard that exchange yesterday, and in my opinion, Russo has no credibility whatsoever to judge who's funny and who is not.
No, you're missing the point.
But it's his opinion on
He is commenting on what he thought was funny.
But the difference in the argument, too, is he's commenting directly on what Artie does for a living as opposed to what's funny, and Artie's not commenting on what he does. What if Artie would have come out?
He does. Artie says
I don't say he does a
Artie
bad job.
says he's a fan.
I don't say he does, but what if he called in and says, I don't think you're doing a particularly
He says
good
he
show
likes
today.
Artie. He's a fan, but he didn't think this performance was his best.
I think that's a nice little cop-out when people want to say something shitty about you. They preamble it with,
I agree.
You know, I'm a fan, but... He sounds like that guy, Mark Krisky.
Look,
Howard, I
he
was
gave his
on...
opinion.
Right.
Quite frankly, who cares what Mad Dog's opinion
I agree with
is?
it. But
Artie did his thing.
I just want to
and,
say one thing. Also, his opinion is colored because his favorite comedian is Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
And that's not even a joke.
Well, I mean, you know, Carol O'Connor is a great
And the
actor,
second
but
point-
exactly, he doesn't know what he's talking
and the
about.
second point, I listened long after Artie had his meltdown on the air, and he admitted, I believe he admitted he didn't even see it.
Oh, so then how could he comment?
But you know what? That's the beauty of
He
Chris.
did not see the show.
Mad Dog didn't see the. Did he watch the performance on YouTube or something?
He either watched it on YouTube or he heard the tapes.
Or Billy Crystal called him.
He did not see the show.
Billy Crystal called him from the movie
Chris,
set.
I'll apologize ahead of time, but I believe it was about maybe a half hour, an hour afterwards you admitted you didn't see the show.
I just like that Billy Crystal is discussing this with Mad Dog.
It would have been nice if Billy Crystal could have said it in his own words.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
First of all, before a Springsteen concert, I went on Mad Dog's show a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And what I did on the Joe Buck show compared to what I did on Chris Russo's show looked like Romper Room. I mean, and he hugged me afterwards and said, that was great. I loved it. I mean, what you know, I mean, this is satellite radio. I am a dirty comedian. I admit that. I'm not as smart as Jerry Seinfeld, I guess. I'm not as smart as...
But when you go on, let's say, Letterman or Conan, you do not work dirty. You're able to do both.
I can do both,
That's right.
But on HBO, I figured, what the hell? Let it loose, man.
Right.
Why not?
All right, here's Artie versus Mad Dog round 2.
Oh, boy.
Artie, can we calm down with the language on that kind of show? Can we do that?
Listen, it's HBO, Chris. I will never listen to you with comedy advice, okay, buddy? You pick up my DVD, I curse like crazy. It's rated NC-17.
But I know when I buy your video. Artie, I know when I buy.
I'm not going to your fucking kid's 8th birthday party.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Turn off HBO? I know if I buy your video, I know what I'm getting. I know when I sit there and buy your book, I know what I'm getting.
It's HBO. Artie Lange on HBO. What do you think? You're going to hear me through a psalm from the Bible? You got to be. Are you that stupid?
You can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down a little bit?
You can't calm down a little bit right now either?
I'm fine. You can't calm down a little bit, Artie?
You're not fine. You're not fine. You know what, Chris? No, I like to go over the line. I like to shock. I like to be funny. I like creating uncomfortable shit, and I love conversations like this. This sells books, man. I'm a businessman, too. My book went through the... I'm #1 on the Google Trends today. I don't give a shit about shit that much, except I want to be funny in my own way. I'm not censoring myself for anybody. This is like Lenny Bruce shit, man. Lenny Bruce got arrested, so I'm allowed to curse on HBO, and I'm going to fucking honor that. Howard Stern went through hell to be able to get me to... Howard Stern got FCC fines. Howard Stern's the reason you're allowed to talk like this on the radio right now, and I'm going to honor that.
I'm not using bad language, Artie. Artie, listen, I love Howard. I don't use bad language during a talk show.
You love Howard. There was different shit going on a few years ago with you and your fat fucking...
Oh, we got to leave Mike alone, Artie, please. That's not fair. Don't get on Mike. It's not his fault.
Mike's fat ass is giving me shit. I saw Mike once at a Knick game. I couldn't believe they didn't sell him 3 seats. His ass was so fucking...
Oh, Artie, come on. Don't pick on Mike. What did Mike do? Mike didn't do anything to you.
I'm not picking on Mike, but he's picking on me, so I'm hitting...
Well, when is he picking on... Artie.
Chris, let me tell you something. I'm from the streets. You hit me, I'm hitting you back.
When did Mike pick... In 20 years that I was with Mike, he never mentioned you once. When did Mike pick on you?
I got a bunch of phone calls saying Francesa's trashing you, so guess what?
When did you... Artie, did you hear it yourself, or are you going by what your friend told you?
Oh, right. I'm sure my friend would call me up.
Well, I mean, people like to cause... Artie, people like to cause dissension. Yes, friends will call up. Yes, friends will say... People say things to get a reaction. That's what people do.
Chris, don't teach me about radio. I know people make shit up, but there's no way. I guarantee you Francesa gave me shit, just like you're giving me shit.
Not in 20... Artie.
I give a fuck about Francesa. I give a fuck about you, so I'm calling in. That's it. I mean, I don't have proof, but you know what? Whether I have proof or not, Francesa...
listen, here's what I'd say.
Listen, one thing. Whether I have proof or not, Francesa still has a big fat ass.
No, I mean, listen, a little heavy. I'll buy that, but 19 years, and I worked with Mike for 19 years. He never said a word about it. He never.
I know. That's not what I'm talking about.
For the last 8 months, if he said something, I don't know that.
He didn't say a word about me because I'm not famous enough. But today I made news in his fucking world, so he said something. So I'm
I said something. So now you didn't tell me that. You said something today? He said something?
Yeah, I just tried to, but you keep screaming like a crazy person. Like Bruce just started playing Prove It all night. I mean, shut the fuck up and listen. Francesa trashed me today, so I'm trashing him back.
I didn't realize. Well, you didn't say. I didn't hear you say. Nobody heard you say today. I thought you meant over the years.
Because you're screaming too loud like a fucking broad. Calm down.
So then Artie was done and then called Bad Dog back to apologize to Francesa.
First of all, I don't know what happened because 40 people told me Francesa trashed me, and then a caller called up and said that he didn't. So no, I don't know what happened exactly.
So here's Artie apologizing.
Calling back with an apology.
By the way, Howard, that was the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard.
Crazy.
It was
Artie, go ahead.
Chris, I'm sorry. Listen, the guy who just called up and said Francesa actually thought I made the show good. Now I feel bad because I made the mistake of listening to a friend. I apologize to Francesa. I don't know the guy, but I'll tell you what, he's right. it was a bore fest. It was a snooze fest. And maybe I thought I had to hit a home run instead of a double to right. So maybe I turned it up a notch. And again, this is where people are wrong. I didn't call Buck a cocksucker. That's not what I did. I would never do that. I made a joke about a website. I would never call him a cocksucker, all right? It's a difference of opinion. I'm sorry to Francesa, but Francesa's right, Chris. It was a bore fest until I started talking. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm Richard Pryor. I know I'm not that good, but I do what I do, and I'm trying to make a living. I went on there, and I did it. And a lot of people who I respect, including Howard and Howard's honest, man. If Howard thought I sucked, he would say I sucked.
Howard didn't even see it, right?
Howard saw it and listened to it, of course.
He saw it live, or did he see it after the show was on?
No, he saw it afterwards. But he watched it. He watched the whole thing. And look at it. Chris, look at it. Buck is laughing when I'm doing his father. They cut to the audience. They're not laughing in a fake way. Michael Irvin's now. Both of the kids next to me are laughing, Chris. I know you don't like it, but look, we have a difference in opinion. I apologize to Mike. I did what I had to do. I'm trying to make a living here, brother. I'm trying to avoid becoming a longshoreman again. And I tell you what, I'll keep doing it if it sells books, but not just because of that, because it's true to whatever. You want to call me an artist? I don't think I am, but I'm true to this the way Richard Pryor was true to his honest comedy. I will always do this, and I'll always listen to you, Russo. I won't bother you again. I love you. I'm going to keep listening. Thanks for taking my call.
Artie feels bad now.
Artie was feeling bad, and is it true Mike Francesco really had to buy 3 seats at the stadium?
Well, it's expensive, too.
Right.
$2,000 to seat.
Well, there you go. I mean, you must be a little bit worn out, huh?
I am, Howard.
You're yelling and screaming and
I feel a fraction of what it must be like to be you when you get a lightning rod of stuff. It's like, but the New York Times called me. I mean, there's a war on.
You're like Crazy Alice. You're yelling and screaming on all these radio shows.
Well, I mean, again, I would never...
Has he become Crazy Artie?
Crazy Artie.
Shut the fuck up, Crazy Artie, motherfucker. Fuck you, motherfucker. Chris Russo, fucking cocksucker. You ain't no Italian. You ain't no Italian. Fuck you, Fred.
You suck dick, don't you?
You suck dick, don't you?
I will have got the cocksucker.
Listen, Howard, I wouldn't have called. I wouldn't have called if Tim asked me to call.
What I thought was really wild was that HBO now on their website bleeped the entire thing. Like,
they have bleeps in it?
They're uptight about the language that was used.
I guess their sports area is where they don't curse.
I guess. I don't know. Well, I think they want to be, they're a little schizophrenic, as you said. They want to be a bunch of different things, HBO Sports and HBO Regular, and, they're the dirty channel.
Here's the crazy thing, Howard, and I've said this before on the air, I am such a fan of HBO Sports. Their documentaries, Thrill in Manila. Mm-hmm. Like, they are, Liev Schreiber does all of the narration. They did a thing about the Oakland A's and the Raiders in the 70s. It's one of my favorite things ever. I own it. I love HBO Sports. I love Bob Costas.
They don't love you.
But they don't love me. So there's a lot of people I love who don't love me, by the way.
Right.
But anyway, let me just say, and I told this to the New York Times last night. Here's exactly what Ross Greenberg said to me, okay? And I'll tell you what Joe Buck said to me, too. And there's witnesses to this. He said it in front of a few people. And he's not going to like this, and I don't agree with this, but this is what he said. He said, look, Art, with a big smile on his face. Ross Greenberg.
Okay.
With a big smile on his face, he comes up to me and he goes, listen, man, if these two guys get boring, you go in there and put in some energy, and you're the cleanup guy, Right. And he said, if these two guys get boring,
right.
And Paul Rudd, who is a talented guy, and
Greenberg claims that what he meant.
I didn't say go nuts.
Right.
I said go nuts. That was right. He didn't say go nuts. He said if these two guys give him some energy. Now Joe Buck in the green room in front of a bunch of people said to me, "Listen, give it to me, man. Let me have it."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He said, "Let me have it, man. That's what this is
like
about."
Like roast him, kind of.
Yeah. Well, no, he just said, "Let me have it." I don't know what I mean. And so if you say that to me on HBO, what does he think's going to happen?
I don't know.
I guess you're right. The first thing was a little strong. But then I I told a touching story about how much I loved his father.
Right. Well, listen,
everybody forgot that, Artie.
I know.
That's right, Art. I was reading a guy named Tommy Craig's column in I think this is from Miami, but I don't know. I don't know where he writes a column, and he said that he thought that Joe Buck's phony outrage over Joe Buck's show is ridiculous. That having Artie on,
he invited Artie.
He invited Artie. Artie was wild, and that's what they could have expected. And Joe Buck now distancing himself from his own show is sort of a wild thing in itself. That this is your show, and you kind of wanted this, and now you're conveniently saying you didn't want it. HBO took Artie's appearance off of YouTube, and they had it removed.
YouTube?
Yeah, off of YouTube because they had it removed. I didn't hear the rest of these, though. There's a couple other shows, I guess, that commented on Artie. This is the Dan Patrick radio show from here at Sirius, I guess.
Well, I guess that, Gary's happy because they stopped talking about the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did something manly. No. I was offensive.
Before we dive into Brett Favre's appearance last night on the Joe Buck show, the Joe Buck / Artie Lange show on HBO.
It's a good show, the Favre, and then the nice piece on David Wright, and then that great segment with Paul Rudd, who's hysterical, and Artie Lange, and some guy.
Paul Rudd wasn't hysterical.
Well, he only had 2 words.
Paul Rudd was there?
Yeah, I think he said, "Hi, Joe," and that was it.
It was a hijacking last night.
Yes, it was.
Brutal.
Yes, it was.
Brutal but transfixing TV.
I was not turning the channel. There's no doubt about that, but I've never felt more uncomfortable or sorry for a host in my entire life.
But what do you expect with Artie Lange? This is a comedian with Howard Stern, and Artie's off heroin, and if you listen to the show, Artie never shuts up anymore. He's got 1,000 things to say, and I think he probably got on and said, hey, you know what? This is kind of boring here. Let me liven this up.
Exactly. He pulled a Howard, like when Howard did that to Arsenio Hall, and he's done it to other places, but they went to him, and the first thing he said to Joe Buck, I can't even come close to repeating on the air, but poor Joe looked like, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, he was shell-shocked.
Yeah, I think that he, and probably had his family there. That's a big thing. It's his first show. It's HBO. He wants to get into the entertainment field. And I can host one of these shows. And
some producer in the back room in the early planning was like, you know what? Why don't we go a little crazy? Let's get a guy a little risque. How about Artie Lange?
Artie Lange, I hear all the kids like him.
Yeah, it'll be great.
He's edgy. Yeah, that'll be good. But I think what he made the mistake of maybe waking Artie up a little bit. And he started to give him a little bit of grief. You, as a host, you got to be careful if you're going to pick your battles with a comedian, a stand-up comedian who's just going to fire back. I mean, Artie's used to doing this every single day of his life. And I think that's where Joe found out, especially the websites that Joe apparently goes.
Joe's 10 and 15-year-old sons, by the way, were in the audience.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I wasn't told that.
Oh, dear.
Why would that have mattered?
Well, you know what? Maybe.
They're a little less innocent today.
Lang, you would have thought that he went on kicking and screaming, like he didn't want to go on the show. That's the feeling I got. It's like, I don't want to be here. And I'm just going to start taking shots. I'm bored. I'm going to start taking shots.
And the funniest part was he just says some really off-color stuff for about 2 minutes. And he goes, but, you know, Joe, I love your father. He's a great broadcaster, one of the best, old-school guy, didn't take any BS. And starts complimenting his father, but still throwing in swear words as he's complimenting him.
I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco when I first tuned in. I did. I saw Artie. I went... Is that? It's Artie. I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco there.
Hey, Marie, you're on the air in El Paso.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you.
I just wanted to say, Artie, you know, because I was a big Jackie fan, and so Artie's kind of humor, it's always been something that I don't really get or I don't really understand, but it's always kind of been like he's not really himself, and I think it was the drugs. And I've been in rehab. I've just been out of rehab for like a month. And I know exactly what he's going through because, like, I'm now myself, you know, like being a bitch and, like, shouting at people. And you know what I mean? You're being yourself, Artie. And that's what I really, really appreciate about your humor now, is that you're being honest. And that's what makes it really funny.
Okay.
No,
I guess
she likes you.
That was a weird turn, but thank you, sweetie.
She back-ended into it.
I wonder how many times HBO will rerun this disgraceful episode.
I don't know. It sounds like they're bleeping it, but it is on their website. It's still there.
I know it's bleeped somewhere. Some people write me letters now about this whole thing,
and can I say something?
I'm trying to understand it, and I think somewhere it's bleeped, and YouTube took it off. That's what I know.
I don't know why YouTube would take it off, but. And
they don't take anything off.
HBO had it removed from YouTube somehow.
They don't want people seeing the unbleeped version?
Yeah.
One other thing about my intent. I was excited to be invited to that. That's a big deal for me. And a live HBO. It is for an HBO. I mean, I got a book out. It's an HBO show. Brett Favre and Michael Irvin are Hall of Fame guys, or Favre will be. And, you know, I didn't go there to do anything but try to make the show good and be funny. Joe Buck was very nice to me. He's a big fan of this show, and I didn't go on and try to hijack anything.
What was it like after you, like when you were leaving? Did he shake your hand?
He shook my hand and said, "Great job, man. That was great." And
you weren't ushered out by cops or anything like that.
I mean, look, every one of the crew guys hugged me and said that was the greatest thing ever. I mean,
and Joe Buck himself, what did Greenberg do?
I didn't see Greenberg on the way out. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, so I left.
Right.
I mean, I didn't know I had to stay an extra half hour for the internet thing. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, but I stayed. And again, I would never say this except to defend myself, but if you got Paul Rudd and Jason on the phone, the two guys...
They thought it was funny.
Who were with me.
Yes.
Paul looked at me and said, "Do you realize how amazing what you just did was?"
Well, maybe we'll try to get this out going. We'll try to call Paul Rudd.
I believe Artie. I don't think I need to call Paul Rudd.
You don't?
I believe
I would like to hear everybody's take on this.
You need to hear it all. Marianne, why don't we have everyone in the world call it? Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
Artie, don't you have anything better to do than call a lame radio show?
What do you mean? He's promoting a book.
He's calling Mike and all these shows.
No, he called Mad Dog because
Mad Dog to promote his show.
Tim asked him to do it.
Oh, but Howard, can I ask you something? Do you think that Artie using your name like Howard said it throughout this whole thing, are you upset about that, or it doesn't really matter to you?
No, Artie works with me, and he's quoting things that I said. I said I thought it was funny.
No, I'm talking about on the shows, like he says, Artie's my boss, and Howard's my boss, and I'm only going to listen to Howard, and I only listen to the great Howard. You know, that's what he keeps saying, almost like you're his father figure, and he's got to put it out there like you have to protect him.
No, I think it's a way of him saying that he works with me and respects my opinion.
Well, that's nice. I have to say one more thing. It's not such a big deal, Artie. Life goes on, you know what? And you should just, like, chill out because you're trying to be in, rehab and stuff. So everybody does have a life, so we should all move on. Love you, Howard.
All right, Marianne.
I am chill. I'm very calm. This.
It's a lot in the internet and stuff, and it seems like that man you're talking about, he said that he really wanted to kick you off, but because he promoted it so much, he wasn't going to do that, and that you were supposed to give energy and not that kind of raunchy, crazy behavior, because I think the reason...
All right, very interesting. David, go ahead. You're on in Toronto.
I just want to tell Artie, he's like a road that's been paved twice. Retard. You are less Italian than you are funny. I think you should concentrate on that. And the title of your new book, if you understand Italian, should be Chabot. It means fat little fuck.
Well, not an Artie fan.
I don't understand what he
said. Sounds more like... I think this is Mr. Greenberg on the phone.
He did a great joke. You hear him? A paved road, retard.
Retard.
Yeah, no,
that was a good one. That's funny, man. Can I use that one?
Howard's my boss.
Yeah,
you
right.
You can use that one.
Thanks, buddy.
You can use that one, and maybe you'll get a laugh.
Right. I never get laughs.
People laugh because they're...
I never get laughs.
Doesn't mean you're funny.
Oh, okay. What would mean you're funny? People not laughing?
No, it would mean people laughing because you said something that was actually humorous, not belligerent.
Oh,
people laugh out of
that's a lot of your detractors are saying you've become very angry and belligerent.
Oh, okay.
That you used to be sweet Artie, and now you're vicious Artie.
Okay, well,
I thought that the Joe Buck thing was entertaining. Now, I don't know. I don't even believe everyone's carrying on like this.
I can't believe it either.
It was very controversial. We had no idea that they would be debating this all over everybody's ear.
Listen, if I was on there with Barack Obama, I would not have said what I said. Okay?
You said it was a setting where you felt comfortable enough to do your thing.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Now, were you excited by all this, or were you upset by it? What happened yesterday in your life? Were you turned on by all of the attention, or were you turned off to this?
I have to admit, Howard, I was turned on by it.
You liked it? You liked all the attention?
It's exciting. I mean,
did Team Lange come together and say this was a good thing?
I haven't met Team Lange.
Did you discuss this with your agent? Did you discuss it
They all think it's great.
That's what I was talking about.
Because,
that's Team Lange.
Because the book apparently...
doing well.
Went through the roof.
So that's what you want.
Yeah.
So you got what you needed.
Well, I mean, it's publicity.
Right.
And
So you weren't having any sort of second thoughts about it, doubts?
No.
You feel good about your appearance there? And
Howard, listen, all I can go by is I've done a lot of talk shows, okay?
Right.
And I've done 1,000 of these shows and whatever, and I've done a lot of things in front of an audience. I thought it was great.
Right. So that's all you have to worry about.
And
Why
I've been on
yourself?
and I've been on before, and I've thought I've been bad too.
Why?
You know?
Why defend yourself? That's what you've got to do in therapy. You got to say, listen, I thought it was great. That's what I did. I stand by it.
Well,
that's it.
People are.
Don't get affected by everyone's opinion.
I'm not affected by it.
Good.
Really, I'm sort of just sitting here and people are coming to me. People called me. Tim called me and asked me to call Russo. I look, and everyone gets into this business because you want attention, and of course I was turned on by it.
I was glad to hear you say you were a narcissist. I think your numbers would be higher this week than mine.
I'm a narcissist. Absolutely.
He might be higher than you.
Yeah, you might be a little above a 34.
Right.
Robin, look, anyone who gets into comedy, think about what a comedian says to the rest of the world. Look, guys, I don't only think I'm interesting and funny. I think people will pay to fucking hear me. I mean, of course I'm a narcissist.
But I was going to ask you something. You would never go to your therapist to evaluate a performance, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But I might go to my therapist to understand why I'd care so much.
Right. I see. Okay.
Right. In other words, when I go into therapy, I have had issues where I care what everyone thinks. Mm-hmm. And we get into that. Why care about...
that's a different issue. I thought you were saying maybe you should talk to your therapist about, whether this was funny or not. And that's not what you're going to do.
No, I think Artie needs to deal in therapy with a lot of issues. This isn't one of them.
Right. What would he be talking about in relation to this, though?
His anger, he is lashing out at anyone who criticizes him, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. But the anger is so off the wall.
Right.
Well, you know what?
It's crazy that it's making his life like
a little bit unlivable.
And I would guess, if I may play shrink here, that all of this excitement, all of this fighting with everyone, all of this turmoil is keeping Artie from really getting to the things that bother him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
he's keeping himself busy.
You're 100% correct.
Right.
Something about that, though. I remember going through an anger phase.
Yes, I remember that
in
phase.
the few months that I did therapy.
Yeah.
And then cured yourself.
Before I quit.
Right. Before you declared you were cured. Yes.
And that's one thing that happens. A lot of your unexpressed anger just rises to the surface, and it is a little bit uncontrollable at the beginning.
Oh, it's horrible. And what is that famous quote by Richard Nixon, like, your enemies only win if you get mad, because then you destroy yourself. You know? And look, Howard's right. I have anger in me that's tremendous, and it's about a bunch of things. And thank God I found a therapist that I like. Like, I really like. I call him on the phone when I can't see him. If I'm on the road. So I'm working on it, man.
I believe that you need to be in therapy 5 days a week for now.
Okay.
Now, I'm not making a joke.
I don't understand. Is it structured therapy? What are we talking about?
It's a psychotherapy, I believe, that Artie is involved with.
It's intense.
And it's...
But is it structured? Like, we see each other on this day at this hour?
It's twice a week, based on his schedule and mine.
Based on...
based on,
you don't have a set appointment?
In the beginning of the week, he'll say, I have this day, and I'll say, okay, let's do it that way.
What about locking into 3 or 4 times a week at a set time?
I'll bring that up to him today.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the move, because
I think you could, get through this a lot easier, maybe dispel a lot of that anger
I think he's
in therapy.
I think I'll get through a lot of money, too.
Well, that, too. We can run through that.
Hey,
you're right. No, listen,
getting better does cost money.
If I could tell you,
investment in you,
if I could tell you what I spent on heroin, it
pales in comparison.
Way less.
What'd you spend a week on heroin? Would you say? I mean, there's no exact number, I'm sure.
A week?
When you really were at your worst.
At my worst? Yeah. Well, I read once that that Yoko Ono and John Lennon in the 70s were spending $5,000 a week on heroin. In the 70s.
That was the 70s.
Yeah, and I think, but you see, here's the thing. I was having it delivered because I was afraid to be seen going.
So there's a surcharge?
Well, absolutely.
It's like McDonald's, if they could deliver it to your house, they have to charge you something.
And these these were guys that I would overpay because I was afraid. I don't want them mad at all. You know. And I'll give you the most I ever spent in 1 week.
Go ahead.
Probably. You know what? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Not because there's a bunch of issues here.
Oh.
By the way, I mean, how often do you have to have it delivered?
About twice a day. No,
Is that true?
No. A couple times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
How long does the delivery person hang out? Do they just deliver and then leave? Like
you don't have to hang with
them.
them.
Hang out with them?
Sometimes it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use bad language. Sometimes Ross Greenberg will say, look, you're Artie's heroin dealer. If it gets boring, try to mix it up a little bit. And they completely misread them.
Does the delivery person ever, like, once in a while, like, hand you the bag and then, like, pull it away real quick and, like, just fuck with you?
No, they don't want to. They want the money, so
they don't want to tease you with it?
That doesn't happen.
You're not in any mood to pull back the money, are you?
No, I'm not.
So when somebody, maybe let's put it this way, see if you can answer this. When somebody's habit is bad, like what generally would they spend a week?
Well, here's the thing. I never
5,000 sounds incredible.
I never shot it.
Right.
I believe John and Yoko were shooting it. You go through it way quicker.
Right.
So, I would say even adjusting $5,000 a week now would be a shitload of money to pay for heroin because heroin's cheap.
Could you have spent $7,500 a week?
No.
No, not that
He's
much.
saying he didn't go that way.
He didn't go that way.
It's cheaper.
Well, it's like I never smoked cocaine either.
Right.
For some reason, I had these levels, and I was at parties where
there was times you were afraid to go that.
Yeah, because I would have
level.
lived in that bottle, and I was at parties where I was handed a pipe, and I just said no to that somehow because I thought that was another level. And if you smoke coke, God, the money just goes because then you just get rid of it so quick.
Do you think you're insane?
On some level, sure.
You do.
No, that's qualified. Are you insane?
Do you think you're insane?
No, I don't think I'm insane.
In other words, do you think you have a death wish?
Oh.
Which would be insanity.
I think, yes, I know that.
Right.
I think at one time I might have, but not anymore.
All right, good. All right, well, that's good to hear.
Well, listen, Howard, I tried to commit suicide. Howard.
Right. So are you insane?
No, I think I was at one point, but I'm not.
Now you're
listen, I'm not trying to be wah here, but the pain that I went through, the darkness of seeing my father the way he was so traumatizing to me. And my father asked me to kill him once a week.
Right.
And he was my best friend, and we did everything together. And when we played catch, my hand would hurt from how hard he threw the ball. And the last 4 years of his life, I had to wipe his nose. It just it really was something I couldn't get out of my head. And I never went to therapy for it. And my mother always looked tired. She would set her while working.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just trying to answer
Your father. No, I hear you. Your father exhibited a lot of bad behavior.
Yes.
You described a story that I thought was almost too outrageous to believe that he would, install, phony cable.
But never did drugs or drank or anything, which is weird. And he never gambled. It was weird.
Do you think a lot of your outrageous behavior is an attempt to be like your dad?
Absolutely.
It is.
1,000.
Because you admire him so much that all of his negative behaviors you think are good.
You could not be more correct. My father would tell me stories about how he used to fool around in school and get in trouble. And that absolutely made me want to do that.
So you think?
Wait a minute.
So you think that being a real man is behaving outrageously or
Probably.
badly?
Well, no, not bad. But you see, because in a lot of ways, I'm a good man, Howard.
No, I'm not accusing you of being a bad man. You're a good-hearted guy.
Yeah, but
you think outrageous and bad behavior
is manly.
Sure. In a way, there is. But I'm older now. I used to think that. I realize now, of course. I mean, listen, the stuff I do on an HBO show.
Forget HBO.
Right, okay.
I'm not talking about HBO. I'm talking about
You're talking about his life.
I'm talking about your life. I'm talking about doing outrageous things. Stuff that you don't even talk about here.
I think I'm mature enough now to realize that that's wrong. But for a long time, I thought that was what a man was. Absolutely.
Let me ask you something, though, because we were on the conversation about insanity.
Right.
And insanity is not regulatable.
That's right.
Okay, you can't control. That's what insanity is.
That's why I asked the question, because insanity means you're insane. It means, in other words,
it means you
there's
don't have a choice.
The only way that you can recover from it, if you want to call it a recovery, is to be medicated.
Right, you have to be controlled outside of yourself.
Absolutely.
So
you can't say, today I'm not insane.
Right. So
you are. If you're insane, that's it.
There's no
cure.
I was insane yesterday.
No, there isn't.
That temporary insanity defense. What do you think of that?
That's why I asked you if you think you're insane, because...
Well, do you think I'm insane?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking that something's going on where my recommendation, and I don't say this lightly, the reason I said you should be in therapy 4 or 5 days a week is to find out what's really going on with you. Right. You should know what's going on with you.
Right.
In other words, you're an older guy with the heroin and stuff. That's dangerous stuff. I mean, you're playing with fire.
I understand.
And I love you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I know you do, Howard.
So the thing is that if you are insane, let's assume you are, they can medicate you.
Right.
And if they medicate you, you'll have a good life. There are many people I know in my personal life who are, mentally ill. And people go shocked when you hear, mental illness. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, let me hit fuzzy
I don't
health.
want anything bad to happen to you. So if you are mentally ill, they should medicate you. If you're not, then you got to get to the bottom of this anger.
But let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Right. Because you tried to commit suicide, and that scares me.
But I tried to commit suicide because I had just done coke for 3 days, and I ran out of it. And
so you might not be insane.
I don't think I am.
But taking coke for 3 days is insane.
I know. But so everyone who does coke for 3 days, there's a lot of people who do that. I mean,
and they're not all insane.
I don't think I'm insane. I don't think I'm insane.
Artie, sometimes the drug taking is an attempt at self-medicating because
of course it
of
is.
insanity.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, all right.
That could be behind the drug use,
but
too.
And that's
it could be.
Completely
I'm not a doctor.
Understandable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand that.
Right.
But I'm not on any medication right now.
Right.
And for a couple of weeks on the show, I really was out of my mind, ruining interviews and shit.
Right.
And do you feel I've made an adjustment there?
No.
No?
No. You've made some adjustment, but not
well,
really.
Some adjustment.
Not really. No. I don't think so.
But some adjustment.
Some.
Right.
So I think you're having a hard time controlling yourself.
I'm going towards the
Yeah. I think you're doing better. I just think that what I'm worried about.
That's on my own. So and I'm going to keep and listen. I will keep trying to do that.
There's something going on though that concerns me, that in doing your own rehab, I think you're going through a tremendous difficulty right now. You came off heroin, which
right.
I applaud you, and I think is unbelievable. I mean, an amazing feat, because anyone who understands addiction, that ain't easy.
Oh, no.
This is the hardest thing you're going through.
It's not just the drug.
And I don't think you even know inside of you how, forget the physical addiction,
right.
the psychological addiction. That emptiness now, that void that isn't filled, has to be filled some other way.
Well, it's the Charlie Parker quote. They can get it out of your blood, but they can't get it out of your brain.
Right. When you're an addictive person.
Whatever you were taking it for, you're now subject to having to control
right.
or
You're feeling things. Thoughts are creeping in that the heroin would dampen. In a way, you were medicating whatever it is that's bugging you, whether it is insanity, whether it's just the death of your father, whether it's the combination of everything that goes on in the pressures of your life. Whatever's going on now, you're starting to feel.
Right.
And I think...
That's a hell of a thing to have to go through on your own.
I know I have trouble negotiating my feelings. That's why I'm there 3 days a week. I can't imagine what it's like for you coming off heroin. That's why I'm saying...
Well, I am going. I'm going, and it's 2 days a week now, but I'll tell the guy I want more. I believe you, Howard.
I'm telling you, I think that I'm worried because, listen, you're a dear friend. But aside from working with you, forget the work. I'm talking about you're a good-hearted human being and a good man and a funny guy and a talented guy. And I think that this is a lot of pressure you're going through right now.
It is.
I recognize that.
Thank you.
But you got to get assistance. I mean, you got to find out what's going on. inside of you, because no one can do that on their own. Very few people, so, unless you're, so self-evolved that you can figure out what's going on.
And I'm not.
And I'm not either. So I'm not trying to set myself as an expert.
Yeah, and there are some people who it's just a drug thing, and they just get off the drugs, and they're fine. But if the drug was something to cover up something else.
Sure it was.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You see, let me tell you something. Well, this is why I enjoy therapy now, and it's working. Just this conversation makes me feel better.
Right.
It does,
Because
and I appreciate it.
Right. Well,
because
people care about
because it's with people I respect.
Right.
Okay, and I respect this guy a lot.
Good.
And God, is he a wise soul? And
but here's the other thing. You also tend to turn everybody into either they're the greatest or the
shittiest.
worst.
All right.
He's a man.
I understand.
He's got expertise in this area.
Right.
He's going to sit with you. Some days you're going to hate him. Some days you're going to love him.
Right.
But he knows what he's doing. I know the guy's credentials.
Yes.
I was involved with that.
I know the guy's address. He better know what he's doing.
Right. He better, because there's a lot of money going on.
Yeah,
but as I said when you were first talking about it, it's a commitment you have to make to go through the rough patches and this lovely honeymoon.
Right, this is a honeymoon
going
phase.
on here.
I went to my psychiatrist and I said, I can't fucking stand this anymore. I don't want to be here. I want to get out. And by the end of the session, I felt great. So it was like, you're always going to have those feelings you want to get away from therapy.
Right.
I just say, look, who the hell knows what's going on? You've had a volatile past. The horror of your father, as you point out, and who knows what else went on there. You might have blocked out a lot of shit that you don't even know really what went on.
Well, I mean, I can tell you for one thing, I was never abused in any way.
Oh, no. That does nothing.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying.
Me neither. I mean, look at us. Who's going to abuse us? No one's attracted to us.
Abuse comes in many colors.
Believe me, I wish someone would have abused
me. No, I'm just saying. I just
paid attention.
And anybody can formulate an opinion on what you just said. I just want to make sure I was not abused.
I'm not talking about abuse.
Right. I understand.
And
you're right.
If anything, my abuse was people ignored me because of the way
that
I
was
looked.
terrible for you.
Right. I wish someone would have touched me inappropriately.
I want to be abused.
So anyway, listen.
Right.
This is a topic for off the air, but the fact of the matter is...
So let's do it on.
Let's do it on. No. What I'm saying
so much
is...
better on.
I
appreciate
even this episode with Joe Buck,
right?
While I believe it was, television for me, anything goes. I'm not uptight. But I have a feeling even this weighs on you more heavily than you even know. Mm-hmm. That this is a lot of attention all of a sudden.
It is.
And there's a lot of pressure in it. Even the way, like, you're trying to convince this sports guy
Russo.
that you were funny.
Mad Dog. You're convincing the Mad Dog.
Yeah, you're caught
I'm turning into the Mad.
You're caught up in a lot here, and there's a lot going on top of which you're running around the country promoting this book, doing stand-up.
It's a crazy month.
And you just got off heroin. So...
It's nuts.
I'm saying this whole schedule sounds crazy to me. Everything about this sounds crazy.
Right.
Is what I'm saying to you. And, there's got to be time also to just sit down, relax, get in touch with your thoughts.
You're right.
And really focus on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that happening here. I see a lot of busyness to keep you busy, to keep you off of the heroin.
Off of Artie.
Yeah. Keep you away from it. Keep you off Artie, keep you off heroin, keep you off whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of energy going on here. And I'm just,
a lot of distractions is what they call it.
And I hope the psychiatrist will sit with you and try and sort of say, hey, Artie, slow down. Learn to say no to a few things.
Well, that's what he said. He goes, because I called him from L.A., and he's like, where are you going? Like, I told him my schedule.
Right.
And up until July 1st, it is crazy.
And even with this show, it's like not everything has to happen at once. Like I always say to Artie, this is a long haul. We have another year and a half. Let's slow it down. Let's just take it easy. There's a lot of panic and pressure here going on. And I worry about you. And I've said this to you off the air, and I'll say it to you on the air. You're a friend, a dear friend. You're a good-hearted man. And I hope the audience doesn't forget that because, a lot of people are saying they hear Artie's anger. They hear he's vicious right now. You're a good guy. You're a good-hearted soul, and I know that about you. But I'm hoping and praying that you do take some time for yourself. Sit down. Yeah, okay, so you don't go away and do stand-up for a week, and it's going to cost you money for not doing stand-up, but...
Who cares?
I'd rather you spend the money. Go to a shrink, and sit there and talk about yourself, even till you're sick of talking about yourself, till you break through, until you get to understand what's going on, and let him understand who you are.
Right.
Because if the theory is that you're insane, good, get medicated. That's easy. That they can fix. if it's not insanity, that you're
you
doing
know,
this to
Howard
yourself.
makes this all. Not everybody is capable of dealing with the medication either.
That's right.
It's not that easy.
No, what I'm saying is
like
this is
a whole
complicated.
thing.
So what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, personally, I don't think Artie's insane.
I don't either.
But I'm saying is, go get
If I was
diagnosed.
insane, Howard, I don't think you'd keep me here. I mean,
Oh, you don't know that for sure, Artie. I've seen him hire insane people.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sitting 2 feet from him every day.
They
Insane people
couldn't keep the job.
Yeah, insane people, listen.
Right.
I'm being dramatic for purposes on the air, but the fact of the matter is, we don't know what's going on inside of you, nor do you.
You know what? You're right.
I don't know what's going on inside of me.
That's what's scary.
I'm having somebody diagnose me and help me.
And you know what? And for years, I pushed that away, and now I'm embracing it.
All right, there you go.
And and it's a lot of credit goes to you for that, man, and I appreciate it. You found the guy, and I love the guy.
Well, Artie,
The
as
one
important
thing-
as all of this is,
Yeah, but the one thing I would like to say is, because I much like Artie, I am fascinated by people who are out of control, know, because he's always talking about, his hero, Keith Richards and John Belushi, and, every hero he has, Charlie Parker, they're all crazy. And, and they were literally insane.
That's right.
And I was watching that Hunter S. Thompson thing, or Thomas, whatever his name
Hunter
was.
S. Thompson.
Thompson.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Well, I wasn't watching that. I was watching a documentary
About him.
him.
Yeah.
And the man's brilliant, but he's in pain every day of his life. And he's taking these drugs to try to get out of his own head. And eventually, it took a long time, but he eventually killed himself. And it was like, that's what I worry about with Artie, is the darkness.
That's right.
That severe.
Well, that's why it has to be diagnosed.
Well,
and you can't get diagnosed in a day on something like that. So
Hunter S. Thompson, I believe, blew his head off at the age of 60 because that's the exact age Hemingway did. I think he said, Hemingway blew his head off when he was 60, and that's what I'm going to do. Believe me, guys, I promise you, I'm not in that place. I'm not there.
All right.
I'm not
That's
there.
good.
I'm far from it, as a matter of fact. I might be annoying, but I'm happy.
By the way, as important as all of this is, there's something more important to discuss. Everybody is here for the Bang My Dad update.
By the way, I saw these people. This was so funny. I saw them on the street yesterday as I'm driving. The 2 daughters and the father, and he had a smile on his face.
Yeah, well, we'll find out what happened right after this. Let's take a break. Everybody calm down.
Wow, that was a rough hour, man.
Well, listen, you're the toast of the town. You're the
I'm
man
just
of
saying,
the hour.
I don't even care about that shit. I mean, I appreciate the last 10 minutes here, but, I promise you, I'm doing better, and I'm working on everything really hard because I want to be alive forever now.
Yeah.
And I got a second chance. The doctor told me I'm lucky to be healthy. I always thought I was going to die from health issues, and he said, no, if you can control your anger and stuff and not destroy yourself, you'll be around for a long time.
You might actually live.
And I want to live for a long time.
Well, that's good news.
All right.
Not to everybody on the Stern Fan Network, but I do want to live for a long time.
The Stern Fan Network wants everyone dead.
It is weird that it's getting this much attention, though. I mean, Joe Buck, if he pretends to be upset about this, I really think it's stupid. But again, I don't want to show any anger.
There was one line in that whole thing, and it happened to be the very first line,
Right,
that maybe Artie would take back or change it, make it a little less...
I wouldn't take it back because it got a reaction. But Scott's right; it was strong. But if you take that line out, I don't think there's that much of a deal right now.
Yeah,
but I mean, look, I said the jizz line during the internet part.
Well, listen to that. Maybe we're desensitized because where we work, but I tell you, we all fucking laughed.
And everyone in the crowd was laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear me bomb? I didn't bomb.
No.
Yeah, Ross Greenberg did not return our phone call.
Of course not. Ross Greenberg, I don't think is operating on a ton of brain power.
Howard TV.
Hi, my name is Al D'Amato. I'm here to see my friend Howard, but actually to bring the attention of National Poker Week. And that's we want to, the Poker Players Alliance, fight to give people the right to play poker on the internet in their own homes. Give us back that right. Congress took it away. They were wrong. Now they should correct it.
We have Senator D'Amato here. He is an old friend of the show. He's probably one of the few influential people that actually talked to us.
And while he was in office.
Yeah, he actually talked to us while he was United States Senator. And very few people do that.
Absolutely.
Senator, let me ask you, how are you, by the way?
Couldn't be better. And it's great to see you.
I meant to drop you a note to wish you a happy anniversary. I know your anniversary just went by.
Yeah.
And
Saturday. 5 years.
That's right. And a lot of people said it wouldn't last, that the age difference was too much.
Good morning.
That you couldn't handle it in the sack and this and that. And boy, oh boy,
Who was saying that? You?
I was saying that.
Howard, how could you do that? I mean, but life has changed.
It has.
Yes,
and I don't believe it's as good as you say it is. I think
it's better.
No, it isn't. No.
When did I look so good, Robin?
You look great.
You do look good. You lost weight. You look good. You're working out. Right.
I do.
Look good.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And
you can't be possible. I would suspect that if we were off the air,
go ahead,
you would be a little more honest with me. That you would say that, listen, I know your age. You're an older man now.
I'm going to be 72 in about 10 days, August 1st.
You are not ashamed of your age.
No.
Oh, wait. Papa's 96.
And you look good. You never had plastic
94.
surgery? You've never had taken Botox or a facelift or anything like that?
Nothing like that.
A lot of people accuse you of that.
No penis enlargements.
Right.
Nothing like that.
You never needed that?
No.
But, a lot of people would look at you and say, okay, yeah, he has it all. You got the hot wife. You got the young children.
You got the kids out of the way. Your older kids are how old?
Oh, yeah. No,
they're older than me, those kids.
They are. My daughter is. I have my one daughter, Lisa, who tracked down Murphy, the poor unsuspecting Irishman. They now have 7 children, so I have 7 grandchildren with her.
He has children that are older than himself. They're older than Senator DeMano.
They outage him.
That's right.
14. Listen.
But my question is.
Go ahead.
It is not fun for you to be chasing little children around the house. You don't do any of that. You've got a lifestyle where you probably...
How much in help?
Are you still work a full schedule?
Yeah.
All right. So what time you leave the house in the morning?
Well, this morning, very unusually early.
Yeah.
All right. What time do you leave the house?
Generally, about between 9 and 9:30, because if we leave earlier, you get stuck in that traffic. I don't have to tell you, coming from the island.
Right.
It is brutal.
Where's your office? In the city?
Yeah.
Okay, so you travel...
101 Park, 40th and Park. Now we have an office in Washington, which I'm flying down to later today.
Law offices.
He can't stay out of the house enough. He's flying to Washington.
Hey, what are you now? Are you a lawyer now? I mean, what are you doing?
We have a consulting firm and a lobbying firm.
Right.
And we have offices in D.C. and Albany and Buffalo and... out on Long Island.
It's you and a bunch of guys?
We have about 16 people, and my son Chris, my younger son, you've met him.
Yeah.
He's my partner.
And you go into work 9:30, and you probably get home around. You probably have dinner in the city, and then you get home around what, 9 o'clock at night?
I try to get home for dinner, but I have a Tuesday TV show with Mayor Koch.
Right.
We do on New York 1.
You're proving my point, by the way.
He's never
What's
home.
that?
So you're never home.
No, that's wrong.
No,
that's wrong.
That's right.
So that's the one night
I'm right. I'm right.
Monday nights, first of all, Mondays and Fridays, I generally, during the summer, try to take off, stay on the island.
Hold on a second. How often do you go to Washington
Washington once a month.
Okay.
I'm going down for National Poker Week. We got to get that on.
Poker Week?
Poker Players Alliance.
And I play poker.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
And that I want to enlist you. I am chairman of the Poker Players Alliance. Howard Stern.
What is that?
What is the Poker Players Alliance?
Well, let me tell you what happens. 2 years ago, my crazy conservative Republican friends, in the dead of night, on the Port Security Act, very important to guard the ports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Bill Frist, the then Senate Majority Leader, wants to be president. So somebody tells him, you can get the Christian right to support you if you pass this law, which basically will prohibit playing poker in your own home on the Internet. And do you know these jackasses passed that bill? And now, oh yeah, a bunch of jackasses.
This is why I love him.
You think about this.
I mean, if you want to play...
The war in Afghanistan is over, in Iraq is over, the economy is booming, you have no oil crisis, and you stupid asses, you pass a bill to ban playing poker on the Internet.
Yeah.
In your own home.
Yeah, why is everyone so uptight about that? Why do people care if you play poker on the Internet?
Well, supposedly it's going to contaminate the little children. They will become addicted. Did you ever hear of parental responsibility?
I have heard that term.
You'd have to get a credit card. A kid
it.
would have to get a hold of a credit card to play Internet poker.
Well, besides that, if you regulate it,
Right.
Then you can see to it that you have honest games. You give people the ability to play a game of their choice, poker, national pastime. Well, just about every president, including the present one, has played poker. But what you're saying is, unless you can go to a casino or go to a neighbor's house, etc., you're not allowed to use the most modern means of communication, the internet, to play poker.
So what are you going to do? You're going to go down and protest?
This is National Poker Week. We have 350,000 signatures we're presenting to President Obama, people petitioning, saying we want the right to play poker. We are lobbying on behalf. Now, here's Alphonse, the so-called conservative, right?
So what do? You go down, you visit your Republican buddies, and you say, listen, guys, let me...
everybody.
What are we doing here?
Barney Frank happens to be the champion of saying, let people use the internet the way they want.
Right.
This is in the spirit...
What about the fear that people will be out of control playing poker on the internet, and they'll go through their life savings and all of that?
It's just this kind of thing. First of all, if they're out of control, they can play at a casino, they can play somebody's home.
There's plenty of ways to lose your money.
And, I mean, so that's like prohibition.
Right. Don't make alcohol.
Stop them from drinking. So what happened? You had bootlegging. You had illegal. If you regulate it and license it, you can raise about $20 billion over 10 years. That's a lot of money. You want to pay for health care? It's a little down payment.
We could go to war with everyone on $20 billion. I mean, we could kill everybody.
Howard has been doing this lately. Everything that the government comes up with or has to do with raising money, he puts into munitions.
I do.
Immediately, he's bombing somebody.
I'm like Robert McNamara. I believe we got to build up the military, nuke everyone's ass.
I want Howard Stern, who is a devotee, long before most people were on the internet. Right?
Right.
You were a chess advocate. By the way, they could ban chess tournaments, too, if they give out prizes.
They can't do that to me.
No, they will.
They will?
Oh, sure. If they hear that you are a chess advocate, I can get half a dozen guys to sponsor a bill because they want to stop Stern.
If you're busy doing all this all the time, this goes back to my original point. So when are you home with these kids of yours, these young kids?
I just came back from Italy. Saturday.
Were you with the kids?
With baby Alfonso, 17 months old.
You took the kid to Italy?
Yeah.
You did?
That's tough.
How many nannies traveled with you?
None.
What?
None. We did have my wife's mother, my mother-in-law. She came with us.
That must be fun.
We only have one nanny at home for the baby.
You travel? What do you travel over to Italy?
Yeah.
You get yourself a hotel.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in there with the young hot wife and the baby?
And a little guy, and we had a van and a driver, and he would take us. We went to Tuscany, the wine country, and we went to Florence for a day, and we went to Assisi and Siena, where they have Il Palio. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
I have seen that. That's beautiful.
Isn't it great?
I've seen pictures. Listen, I don't go anywhere. I love the United States more than even you.
But
I am a United States guy.
Well, you appreciate home more when you go away.
Absolutely. Anything I could see over there, I could see here.
You can't see the palio over here.
I see pictures. It's highly overrated.
First of all, I want to recruit you to join the Poker Players Alliance, of which I am the chairman.
All right, I'm in. What do you want from me?
Well, I want you to tell your people.
I'll do it.
The PPA.org.
PPA.org.
The PPA.org.
This is your thing.
It's a great thing. And this is to
He's a real poker player. He loves it.
We play every Monday night up at the Castle, Ohika Castle.
Yeah.
You know where that is.
Yeah.
Right. Every Monday
You're up
night.
there?
Oh, yeah.
You play?
Absolutely.
And they clean you out?
No.
Come on.
Howard. Howard, you know better. Have you said, have I lost occasionally? Sure.
This guy's a great poker player. I used to play with him. Yeah, we would go over to a hotel and play with our friends.
Garden
one
City
of our
Hotel.
friends passed out during it.
Oh, yes, I remember. That was a mess.
And the senator was dating a hot female doctor at the time, and she rescued the guy and the whole thing.
Thank goodness.
You remember that.
That was unbelievable. And then we continued playing. Hey, listen.
You got him out of there and continued playing?
I was losing at that point. I needed to come back. Well, listen, what am I supposed to stop
What
a game?
you needed was a break in the game. How did you get that guy to pass out?
Yeah.
Somebody passing out should never stop a poker game.
Can I tell you something?
And sexually, the marriage is functioning well?
You better believe.
Are you as hot for your wife as you were 5 years ago?
More so.
More so?
Absolutely.
Even after the kids?
Oh, yeah.
Were you in there for the birth?
We have one, and we have Isabella. We think we're going to name her Isabella, a little girl on the way in October. Alfonso is now 17 months old.
Yes.
Here.
Let me see.
You don't.
Well, you're really into this, huh?
That's Alfonso on Father's Day. And
Look
there
at
he is
this.
down at the beach. We have our house.
Well, I heard your tape to me, and let me tell you something. I don't want
Howard
anything
has
to do
to
with
do it.
No.
Howard needs a child. Howard
I don't need a child.
Yes, you do.
Why?
What
do I gotta do with
what my question is?
All you do is wake up at 2 a.m. and start crying. And he'll say, "What's wrong, Beth?" And you'll say, "What are we going to do about a family?" And then what's he going to say? You got your
a whole
dogs?
scenario.
No.
I love dogs.
Oh. And then you're going to say, well, can we talk about it at another time? And so you're not working. It's on a Friday. And so at about 7 o'clock, you'll come with a cup of coffee under your nose, and you'll wake up.
Why
and
do
you'll
you
say,
stand up for the poker industry, not for me? Why?
I am. I'm
No.
sticking up. It's going to be good for you. It is. And we can have Baby Alfonso play with Baby Howard.
Let me ask you a bunch of topics. Let me ask you.
Playmates for his son. That's
All right,
why
number
he's
one.
recruited.
Number one.
Exactly.
This Sarah Palin, right?
Yes.
The one who just resigned.
Yeah.
A nudnik, right? Is it cool?
No, over her head in terms of being thrust into the national scene.
She was a lightweight, right?
Look, no, she wasn't
No?
prepared to handle, and they didn't give her the.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something about yourself.
Yeah.
I've sat and talked to you about world politics.
Right.
All kidding aside, you're well versed in every topic. You know what's going on. You were always into it.
She wasn't prepared for that prime time.
The guy she was running against, Senator Biden, guy's a top-notch guy, bright guy, he knows how to answer questions. You ask
I
him
love
questions.
Joe.
Right, you know this.
Joe, he's a family friend.
Okay. She comes on the scene. They ask her, what period... Katie Couric said to her, what periodicals do you read? And she said... I don't know. She goes, whatever they bring me, I read. She couldn't answer. And then they say the media was out to get her. Out to get her. You only prayed for softball questions like that when you were running for senator.
But look, now I want to take a free shot.
Okay.
Okay, this
Go
is
ahead.
a free shot. I think David Letterman is a lowlife, over his head, and what he did and what he said, and you know, I believe in free speech.
Sure.
I took on the FCC. Why?
Right.
Because it was the right thing. They're
Right.
trying to censor you, close you down, do all kinds
Right.
But when this guy says that Sarah Palin's 14-year-old daughter, who is she having sex with, or words to that effect?
Right.
That is.
Now, let's be
bullshit.
honest, though.
That
Right?
is
Let's be honest. Let's
BS.
defend
And
Letterman.
he didn't do that. No, let me finish.
He didn't do that.
Yes,
He didn't do that.
No,
Yes, he
he
did. And then, what did he try to do?
Right.
When he got hit by... Well, I didn't mean her. I meant the other daughter. Now...
Right.
I mean,
I
that's
believe
okay.
that.
You don't believe that.
I believe that's true.
Oh,
I don't think
baloney.
he knew the 14-year-old.
He
was
didn't
talking
say
about the
that.
one who had the
With a
baby.
All right, so even if it was the
All right.
18-year-old, you're going to say she's having sex with some boy. Yeah, come on.
Listen.
It was a joke.
Listen to me.
It was inappropriate. It
Didn't
wouldn't be
McCain make a Chelsea Clinton joke? Didn't McCain make a Chelsea Clinton joke?
If somebody did that to Senator Clinton and her family and implied
But they
the same-
did.
You know what?
McCain made a horrible joke. Wasn't it McCain, Fred, who
Yes.
made the horrible
Yes.
joke about Chelsea Clinton's appearance
Why is
and
Chelsea
looks?
Clinton so ugly? Because Janet Reno was her father?
Yeah. And that was a terrible joke.
And he's not a
Out of
comedian.
line.
Horrible joke.
Wrong.
Out of line.
Did he
And I
apologize?
said-
Did he apologize?
I don't know.
Well, you
I
see,
assume he did.
I assume he did.
Right.
It took Letterman a couple of days after he was getting killed to do. I just think he's a mean-spirited prick.
You don't like him.
I could say that on
You
this, on
see
your-
goddamn
Because
right
they
you could.
can't- Huh?
Say other
No,
words.
Free air.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prick
Letterman,
is-
you're a mean-spirited prick. And by the way, I don't want you to join the Poker Players Alliance.
Really? You
No.
will not let him in?
No, I
Yeah.
won't. I don't care if I have to fight the whole board.
So you say Palin wasn't so bad. Over her head. And
Over
do you
her
think
But
she'll
what
be...
is this stepping down from the governorship?
You would never step down.
Well, look, I think she probably has legal bills over her head. She's got all kinds of ethics charges to come from the state.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think 13 out of 15 have already been basically dismissed. But she's got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of legal bills.
Right.
She can't possibly pay them.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, given her $500,000 is estimated that she owes in legal bills.
Wow.
So now she goes on the circuit,
Right.
write a book. She'll make a lot of money. They'll put her on the Howard Stern show. You'll tear her up. I
Put her on the Sibian.
I find it very attractive.
That's what I mean.
That's the problem. I mean, I'd love to see a Playboy
I was
spread.
going to say, he'll put her on the Sibian.
You make a good point. You know, I was going to ask you, how do a lot of guys who are public servants their whole lives, become multi-billionaires. I mean, Gerald Ford was a good example of that. He was a president. He served in Congress his whole life. He couldn't have made much money.
No, he didn't.
Guy got out with a multi-millionaire.
Well,
so is that it? It's the speeches? It's the whole thing?
The speeches. I'm sure that Ford, when he came out, commanded $100,000 plus, and that's quite a few years ago.
But he got on a lot of boards of a lot of major corporations.
That's right, a lot of boards. You get stock options, etc. The stocks were booming in the last...
But isn't that a conflict of interest in a sense? Because when you, in other words, it's quid pro quo. When you become the president, you say, okay, I'll treat you well, and then when I get out, you give me $2 million for a speech.
You don't have to do that. For example...
Ronald Reagan did it.
Clinton didn't have to do that, and Reagan didn't have to do that. When they got out, the notoriety, people wanting to hear them, see them, touch them, etc. So a big corporation, they can pay them $250,000 to come and to give their executives and some of their clients, they invite their clients to come here.
But isn't that done with a wink? In other words, I remember President Reagan got out of office. The Japanese gave him a $2 million payday to come speak somewhere, some cockamamie place. But the idea was, well, if you're good to me while we're in office and you're good to the Japanese businessman, you can see when you get out, you'll get the $2 million.
I'll tell you where I suspect that is really the case. It's never really spoken, but I think with the Saudis and the Arabic money, huge. And if you look at the both sides, and let's not go into names, but all of the formers have done very well.
Yes.
And Bandar is full of BS also. Very carries himself. Prince Bandar, former secretary, former representative here.
But he takes care of all his buddies.
He takes care of his buddies. He knows how to play the game. And they have played America for a bunch of jackasses. They are financing all of the jihadists so that they'll leave them alone.
Right.
They send them billions of dollars, right? And they're supposedly our great allies. And I'm not going to let Bandar join the Poker Players Alliance either.
Well,
thank you. Because those guys love poker.
You're joining.
Yes, I am.
And we need to support. See, this National Poker Week. Let me get in.
Wait a second. Wait a second with this poker.
Right.
I've never seen you so on fire. They pay me
a lot of money.
This is a big deal to you.
This is a big deal.
This is a big deal to you.
But I'll tell you something. You know why I took them on? Because it's the right thing. How dare you go into people's homes?
I think you're right. I agree with you.
Be bothered with that.
You can't play poker on the internet.
Let's fix some real problems.
Well, that's why we got to support the Frank Bill, 2267. HR.
What about Spitzer? Spitzer, like I was a big Spitzer supporter. So were you. We all did.
Yeah.
And he was, the governor. We were excited about it.
Did you know what he was up to?
You knew what was going on, didn't you? Admit it. You knew he was there with the hookers.
I swear to God.
You knew he kept his socks on.
By the way,
the hooker didn't even know.
I don't think.
The hooker didn't know who he was.
The idea of someone having extramarital or having a hooker or something. That should be the worst thing that ever happens, and we'd be in pretty good shape.
Do you think he should still be the governor?
The duplicity of the whole thing. How, on one hand, you can hold yourself out as this great moralist, and if you do, then you better live it. You better be it.
Right.
Yeah, but the year before, when he was Attorney General, they tell me he sponsored a bill that doubled the penalty for Johns.
Right.
For crying out loud, while you're carrying on, you're doubling the penalty. I mean,
that seems like a hypocrite.
He looked at the law and he said, if I get caught, that's not enough of a fine.
See, that's why. Maybe is it possible he was doing undercover work when he was caught?
That's right.
I mean, no one ever gave him.
He claimed that
they were undercover.
It was research.
You were always smart when you were senator, and I always liked this about you. All right, listen, you had a marriage, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then you dated when you were senator.
I
did. To me, I am for this because you were the healthiest senator around. You always had fantastic dates. Some of the women you dated were beautiful.
I'm glad my wife was sleeping.
Yeah, and you didn't have to. And you didn't have to go to hookers.
No,
you got it for free.
That's true.
But wait a minute. You know what?
Sometimes they're much more costly than hookers.
That's right. Yes.
These romances.
That is true.
That's for goddamn sure.
How did this wife get you to the altar? I mean, there were a lot of women in your life.
A lot of nice women.
A lot of nice women.
Yeah.
I remember who you dated.
Yeah.
In fact, at one point you dated Claudia Cohn.
Yeah.
I always thought she was hot.
Great lady.
Smart,
wonderful.
right?
Yeah.
And I thought she was going to
She didn't get you to the altar.
She almost got you to the altar.
Almost.
Yeah.
You were engaged to her for a while.
Yeah.
But you somehow slipped out of that one.
Well, Look, things didn't work out. The lifestyles, traveling back and forth from Washington.
Sexually incompatible?
No, that's
nothing wrong there.
No,
she was one of the best.
None.
I mean, not better than your wife.
Claudia's passed on.
Yes,
she's still got a beautiful daughter, and Claudia was a great lady.
Is it weird when you've made love to a woman and then she dies? I mean, then she's not here anymore. It's got to be a little weird, right? It's freaky.
She was a great person.
She was
a wonderful person, and I have nothing but the fondest of thoughts and memories. As a matter of fact, after I got married, we would visit my wife, Katora, and I, on a number of occasions. We'll go out to Claudia's summer place out there in East Hampton.
You're all friends.
Absolutely.
Are there times that you find yourself thinking about the other women you've been with in your life? I know sometimes I do. Like, I love my wife and we have a great time. But sometimes I'm laying in bed and I think about some of my sexual experiences. I mean, you relive those every once in a while, right? You're like every other guy. What? No.
Absolutely not.
Now, that was a political answer if I ever heard one.
My wife is much stronger than I am. And I don't want...
She could beat you up?
Oh, absolutely. Howard, I have been so good. I can pose for holy pictures.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never pleasure yourself, anything like that? It's strictly sex with your wife?
That's it.
No kidding.
The only and I have no desire. Number one, I love her.
I know.
Two,
once in a while, I do pleasure myself. I'll be honest.
At some point in time, she said, "Hey, I'm not asking you to marry me, but you're not going to be going out with other people, and then we're going to stay together. We have been out. We've been dating. We've been together for 4 years at that point, 4 years plus." And she packed up and went back to her apartment in the city. And I am a person of great resolve and strength.
Yeah.
And within 24 hours, I said, "Please come back, Katora. Come back. Come back." And I paid the penalty. She beat the hell out of me for 3 days.
The sex life is still healthy at 71? You tell all the men out there who are in your age category.
Absolutely. First of all, they have so many great things out there on the market. If
you use Viagra?
No, much better. But I'm not going to tell you until
you do not use
they
Cialis.
Retain me.
Oh.
And then when they retain me, then I will tell you the benefits of whatever I use.
Are you telling me you use Cialis?
Let me say this to you.
You're kidding me.
If I had a thing for 4 hours, I wouldn't rush to a doctor. I'd rush out to tell everybody.
I don't feel you need that stuff.
I don't.
You don't, right?
I don't. But, it give you a little enhancement. Give you a lot of enhancement.
See, I hear a lot of guys say that. I'm afraid of that stuff. I won't go to it.
Well, I'll suggest to you when they retain me which one you should use.
Really?
The best.
Cialis.
I'm not saying I am. They have
no
whoever.
Kidding.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's like you're a young man.
Don't you think I'd be a great spokesperson for them?
When do you
any doubt?
Sure. Absolutely.
Right?
You're at the right age.
For whoever.
Yeah, right? Whoever it might be.
You mean you can hurt her with it once you're on Cialis? No kidding.
I think you say pleasure her, right?
So every night of the week you're home sleeping. In other words, you don't go out. You don't
play poker every Monday night.
Yeah.
Except tonight,
But you're home every night and you're with the kids and the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, little guy. I can't wait to see him. I try to get home before he goes to bed. Tuesday nights are close because I have my TV program and then I rush home.
Right.
But if I can get home like at 7:30, I'll see him and play with him. And it's the greatest. They are so innocent. They are so...
You circumcised them, I hope.
Absolutely.
You did?
Yeah. I didn't do it myself. The moral did. No.
I'm against... You want to know the truth, though?
Doctor.
I'm actually against circumcision. I've thought about it. Because really, why do you cut it? Why do that?
Well, they say
mutilation?
That for health reasons.
Did you discuss this? You really went through it?
You didn't discuss it with me.
No.
Where were you when I was? All right, listen to me. You're here. You have an important mission. There is a place you can go to hear what the senator is talking about. We're talking. Most of my audience loves to play poker.
Of course, and you want to play it on the internet.
And you want to have a game that's protected and honest.
Right.
I've been aware of this problem for a while because we had many sponsors who were in the internet poker thing, and then all of a sudden it became a problem and all of this.
And they disappeared,
Yeah. But if you want, you can go to ppa.org and find out more about this. What the senator says is true. Why, with all the problems in the world, who would care if somebody wants to play poker?
What business is it of yours if somebody wants
to... And call your
congressman.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know Bernie Madoff at all?
No, I didn't know him. Thank God.
You never met him, huh?
No, I didn't.
I figured somehow like these guys always try to mingle. And,
yeah, usually they're into politics.
Yeah.
Oh, he used the country clubs. He used the Palm Beach Country Club. He used Glen Oaks. Those were his, two places and people of wealth and affluence. And once someone says, "Oh, by the way, I got in with Bernie's thing, and we get a 12% return, etc." But he won't let everybody. Then the people go knocking on the door, and the more he says, "Well, I don't know, don't tell anybody," of course they tell their wives tell their girlfriends,
right?
And that is the cycle.
He, I was reading about him in prison. It seems like he's not even suffering that much. They're saying he's doing pretty well. Like he's in a country club type prison.
But he's not living that life
much
anymore.
Of a country club. You mean you're not in a lockdown 23 out of 24 hours?
No, and it's other guys who are sort of white collar crime. Yeah.
But listen,
it's not freedom.
You want him being gang raped every night?
Yes.
Is that what
you know what he did to people?
Well,
he wiped out charities. He wiped out their livelihood.
He hurt a lot of people.
He hurt
pension.
Cruel stuff. And
but have you ever been told that you can't do something? It's hell.
Well,
it's
I know
hell not to have your freedom.
I don't know. It's
look,
it's weird.
Not to be able to watch whatever program you want or listen. I don't know if they have Sirius over there. We have to find out if
all the prisons have.
They can't even buy a girly magazine.
Yeah.
Is that right?
We get letters from prisons.
Well, let me tell you something. It's one thing not to have a hot wife, but if you can't even buy a girly magazine,
it's
tough stuff.
I mean,
so when you supported McCain
yes,
for
I did.
president,
yeah,
you're good friends with Rudy Giuliani, right? I mean, you guys are good friends.
No,
you're not.
No,
I thought you guys sort of
weren't you friends at one time?
I supported him and helped him become U.S. attorney. I recommended him. I went to his wedding, to Donna. He came to my daughter Lisa's wedding.
Right.
We were friends, but certain things took place thereafter, which I'm not going to speak to now because I want to get your publisher to do my book
right.
Which
this is when you'll reveal that, right?
And that's when we'll reveal.
You guys weren't banging the same chick or something, was that what was going on? No, nothing like that.
He was no competition.
I was going to say, I don't think Rudy was ever.
Rudy was not the ladies' man. You are. You knew how to play it.
Well, and that was before the days of extra help. Imagine.
Wow.
Oh my God! I have to tell you something.
So when you didn't support him in his bid for president, he expected it. He wasn't looking for you.
He did come to see me, and I said to him that I was going to support John McCain. I thought that he'd be a very good number 2. Person on the ticket. I think that would have been a pretty good ticket.
I think so.
Giuliani.
Yeah.
But when you had the economic collapse, nobody was going to win. Not even Moses.
Right.
If he was Republican,
over. Yeah. Plus, you had the last 4 years.
Was Bush a crappy? Was he a crappy president?
Yeah, he was a very poor communicator.
Right.
He was the worst, he just took this attitude. He took the Cheney attitude. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to tell the media. Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
And you have an obligation as the leader of the free world and the leader of this nation to be able to explain to people and to build confidence.
Sure.
And he never did.
The people gave him the job.
And you know what? Iraq, you look back on it, it was a mistake because we controlled them by the air, etc.
Right.
But all the intelligence community throughout the world, they all said he's going nuclear, he's got weapons of mass destruction. So that was a mistake.
Right.
You can say, fine. But I have to tell you, the methodology of carrying out the war thereafter, after you're there,
right,
was a disaster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you see we're getting out now, and they're still going to turn on each other, the different tribes.
That's right.
And what's going on in Afghanistan? Let me tell you, use the drones, go in there, hit them whenever you have to, but stay the hell out.
Right.
No one has ever won a war there, and we're not going to.
Nor will they.
And I think President Obama, he's trying to do a good job. He's made a mistake as it relates to Afghanistan. We should get the hell out. And
because
I'm a hawk.
And it's impossible to win that.
And what are you going to win?
You know what?
You're
going to win?
Control the mountain passes?
They're talking about building fences. Why don't we just fence in those countries?
There you go.
And keep them in there.
There's no reason for us
You're
to
absolutely
be there on the
right.
ground.
Right.
And the same
And I
with
don't hear
Iraq.
anybody saying anything.
Yeah.
The Republicans
Not anymore.
don't say anything.
Right.
No.
The Democrats are, and we're sending more troops. Why are we
What are we sending
spending
them for?
the lifeblood of our youngest and best people there?
Right.
And
Why did you run for president?
Did you see those videotapes they released this week of the guy, the first American prisoner that the Taliban has taken?
I just saw a couple of not news clips at the time.
But you asked a good question. What exactly are we fighting for over there?
Well,
I mean,
you say you want to control the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. If you want it, do your bombing with your drones. Don't have ground forces there. Get out. Protect your borders. Support your allies. You want to support Pakistan, fine, and there's a reason to do that. You don't want the nukes to fall into the hands of the crazies. But to have tens of thousands of troops there in an area that you cannot win. The Russians got their ass kicked. If you ever watch the history, the English, when the English finally did the Great Retreat, they had 15,000, combination 11,000 workers, bearers, and 4,000 troops. Out of the 15,000, they made their Great Retreat. Only one person came out alive.
Wow.
Right.
What are we talking about?
You're absolutely right.
So it doesn't make sense.
You're making a lot of sense.
Do you
that's
talk
why I'm
to
going
the
with you on
president?
That's why I'm going with you on this poker thing. Did you meet President Obama?
Do you talk to him? Tell him what you're thinking.
Yeah. Where are you?
I think Obama.
You're so busy with this poker. You're not solving the war.
Well,
how much do we have to give you to make you talk about
What do you need to get
I'm
us?
going to send you one of my articles that I've written for one
Have you met President Obama?
Not personally. No, I've been in groups that he's been at, and of course, as I say, Joe Biden. We know him.
He's a friend of yours.
Well, we're family
He's a bright
friends.
guy.
He's terrific.
Yeah.
There was a little article that says that Joe gets in trouble for speaking the truth. It was in the Post, I think, yesterday. It was a little tiny thing.
Yeah.
And it's true. You know, he speaks the truth without being politically correct.
Right.
I like
it. And so, consequently, everybody jumps on him. But
You've been going to the movies?
Have I?
Yeah. You seen
haven't.
Bruno yet?
No.
I'm wondering what you thought of that. It's
no, I haven't seen
wild.
Bruno.
It's wild.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
You recommend it?
I like.
Give me
I thought
a
it was
little
funny.
synopsis
Although one of
of
my audience wrote me and said I went to the movie to see Bruno and I didn't like it and, and you owe me $18. I like
I've heard
it.
other people say they slept through it.
What is Bruno about?
He pretends to be a gay Austrian. He wants to be the greatest gay Austrian since he says Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, this is kind of a takeoff on that other...
Right, like Barat, but it's Bruno.
Yeah.
And at one point he's in a hotel. He's got the clicker.
Ron Paul in there.
He comes on Ron Paul. He tries to make love to him.
No.
Ron Paul runs out of there.
Does Ron Paul actually come in and play?
Yeah. Well, Ron Paul,
playing.
he ain't playing. He got alone in a room with him. He starts coming on to him. Ron Paul is out of it. I guess he doesn't like guys. And then at one point, there's a
remote control.
A remote control in Bruno's behind. I mean, Did you hear the big news about Robin's new bra size?
Oh, stop it.
Robin, as you know, went to a bra store. I don't know if you haven't heard about this?
How does he know that?
Well,
he knows.
It turns out she's not 36 double D. She's 34 G.
Wow, baby. That is some support system you have to have.
I couldn't make her show me the bra. Show the senator the bra.
She needs the military.
That's right.
You've never been with a woman who is a G, have you? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, me neither. God
you
bless
can't
her.
handle.
I've given a woman a G.
No, let me tell you, Kat, now that she's pregnant,
is she up to a G?
She's big.
Wow. Do you still make love to your wife while what month is she in? She's almost ready to give birth.
6 months.
She's in the sixth month.
Yeah, she's going
You will
into her
still make
7th.
love to her in her 6th month?
Absolutely.
No, come on.
What are you talking about?
Are you raise your right hand. Really? Wow. What, you lay on your back and she gets on top? Wow.
Well, we should not get into. She beat the hell out of me.
You
but
need to
I
address
love my
Congress
wife,
on this.
and that little tummy gets a little bigger, and it's great.
You
and
still make in the
little
6th.
Isabella. She says she looks great. I'm gonna tell you, if she was in
It doesn't freak you out when your wife is pregnant to
No
make love to
way.
her?
Well, this is a
I love her
man,
more.
Howard. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is not on television.
Yes, it is.
No! Oh, shit! No!
There's 82 cameras around.
Listen. The poker players will love it.
The poker players will love that. They will.
You might have a sexual addiction.
What are you talking about?
It's a
You
little.
love
It's
her
true.
or love?
You love women too much.
I love her.
That you do love her. I didn't think you were making love at this point in the pregnancy. I thought you would take a breather.
No.
I'm a little surprised by all this information.
And later, I'll tell you, I'll give you some tips. You're going to need them.
I need that.
Bethany.
Oh, please.
Little Howard.
Easy, Senator.
God, I could just, you got to see, it's incredible. And
you miss being the senator, or you like this part better?
No, I love this.
You're happy, right?
I'm happy. I
Look
had
at you.
18 wonderfully. It was a great honor. You
Great
know that.
run,
I
yeah.
loved it.
Right.
I don't miss it.
Right.
I don't miss it.
He's
And
watching
when
the wheels.
I see what they go through.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, whether you agree or don't agree, they all try. They're all good people.
I like these senators. I think that even during Judge Sotomayor,
you really think all of them are good people?
a lot of them are very intelligent.
I think most of them are good people. Some may be limited. Some may have different prejudices, etc. That's just part of them, their culture, their background, etc. But I think for the most part, they are good, honorable people. Doesn't mean you can.
How come they can't work together?
Oh, that's a problem now. Now listen, let me tell you something.
I mean, good, honorable people should be able to figure this out.
Everybody wants, health insurance.
That's complicated.
And Obama's plan. Let me tell you, he is going to raise your average tax, the marginal rate will go up to 57-58%.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what you could do is, hey, all right, we all agree we need a health care plan, and then figure out how to work one out.
What if we just legalize internet poker, and then they could take the proceeds and put it into health care?
I don't think even that will cover it.
$20 billion will cover it.
No, it won't.
But let me tell you what you do.
Legalize pot, then.
And
well, poker
improve
and
it marginally. Take the worst areas that need some improvement. Don't try to do the whole system and say we're going to have now a public health thing, and by the way, if you're spending $15,000 a year, which you are, for your family's insurance, yours and Beth's, etc. You're now going to pay taxes on the benefits, or I mean, this is craziness.
What about seriously? You say internet poker, we could get $20 billion there. And what about legalizing pot? Let's say the Pot Association comes to you. I guess there's an association.
Would you lobby for that?
Would you lobby for pot to be legalized in America? There's got to be several $100 billion in that in taxes.
Oh my God!
Easy.
Right? What do you think?
Well,
would you lobby for them?
I'd have to look at it. First of all, I had to see how much would they pay me.
I figured
you want
a
an
lot.
honest answer.
You know what, Senator? A lot. They pay you a lot.
If they pay me,
whatever you believe, they can make you.
How much would you pay? There's an interesting question. There's an interesting question. Do you then increase? I guess it's like prohibition.
Right.
Exactly like
You try to ban alcohol.
These people are going to smoke it no matter what.
So what we're saying, I guess, is that, look, they're going to smoke pot whether you want it or not. And so that those people who are, shouldn't you be controlling the sale, the distribution, see to it that the quality,
the whole thing, yeah. They're almost doing that in California.
Instead of organized crime. Right. You take the money.
What do you think?
I think there's some merit to it.
I do too. I'm not a pot smoker.
He's talked himself into it.
I think
No, but
I'll talk to those guys. I'll see if I can't get them to hire you. Let's find out what's going on.
Okay.
Right. It seems like you're ready to. I think you're ready to party.
Look at this.
We'll see what happens.
You know, you'll go from Senator Pothole to lobbyist
Senator Pot.
You gotta be careful because the people that don't want you to might be a little mad.
Motto, even showing up in a pair of jeans and a work shirt, and hemp belt,
marijuana T-shirt,
big marijuana T-shirt.
He's like Woody Harrelson.
It's funny how things go.
Right.
And I didn't do it. I missed it. Let me tell you something. I said something.
You never smoked pot in your life? You never tried it?
Because it came just
generational
after.
thing.
It was a generational thing.
You were never curious.
I left law school in '61. I remember in the summer. Well, I guess it was '61. In the summer of '61. I'd see a few hippies on the campus, and so I missed it. If I had been back there another 2 or 3 years,
you would have been in it.
I would have been a pothead.
You would have been a big pothead.
Absolutely.
I think you would have been completely baked.
You might have been the drummer for the Who.
What was your thing? LSD back then?
LSD.
What was your thing?
Drink a couple of beers too many.
That's it. You only drank. That was the only thing.
That was it. And it was always beer on the campus. You couldn't afford more than that.
Yep.
And it just wasn't there. So that's why. It wasn't because I was a good boy.
All your experiences, you never had a threesome, though, did you?
No.
Never two women at the same time.
No, because they'd all be fighting over me, and you know.
It's too much for you to juggle.
I didn't want to let down one.
You respect the woman. That's right. I like that.
You believe that? I never had them offer it.
If somebody offered it, you would have been there.
Probably.
Listen,
yes, definitely.
You are a great senator. You've answered all the tough questions. We've heard rumors of Cialis today. We've heard.
You never know which one.
You claim
don't know which one.
You claim you still make love to your wife, even though she is pregnant. Will you go?
You don't believe that. You're calling that a claim.
I can't even believe it. Will you go all the way to the 9th month in her water break? I bet you will be making love while her water.
Now we.
Are you going to break her water?
No.
How far will you go with it? How long into the pregnancy will you make love?
As long as she'll let me.
Really? Right up to the 9th month?
Well, if there's nothing medically.
That's practically a threesome. I mean, you got to slow down.
Terrible.
It is
Horrible.
My wife was pregnant.
There's a lot going on that's between
Howard, when you meet baby Isabella, you're going to have to apologize.
No, I won't, because when my wife was pregnant, the 3 times I had. By the 8th month, it was like there was a person in there. I mean, you see feet moving.
Too much. You're thinking through everything.
At some point, you say, "All right, let me back off here." It's
you know when you do when she says, "Honey, I don't feel too good," and that's
all right. I'm glad to hear that.
That's when you get the hooker.
That's what I mean by that comment. I don't mean anything weird.
Howard,
maybe I do. I don't know.
Howard, you know why Senator D'Amato is so right about the drone thing? Because in Afghanistan, some guy told me that they could actually bomb. They could control a drone from Las Vegas.
Right.
You could control it from the United States and bomb somebody in Afghanistan. And it makes so much sense. Why not just do it with the drones and not send more troops there?
Is making a brilliant point.
Well, you got Artie. Now,
that makes total sense to me.
If you are a student of history, as the senator is, he's right. No one has ever been able to control these populations. This is a terrain that is unbelievably complicated.
Afghanistan was Russia's Vietnam.
It was.
Basically.
Rudyard Kipling wrote this great poem where he talks about the English soldiers laying in the desert and wounded and saying, better you commit suicide unless the women come and cut your entrails out and take your eyes out.
Yeah.
He summarized what Afghanistan is. It is a death trap.
It is,
and you cannot put enough troops on the ground to control. And what the hell are you controlling?
Yeah, what are we trying to do anyway?
What is this? We're nation building? Oh, we care about the rights of women? Oh, we want democracy. Let me tell you something. If you had democracy in all the areas of the world, right, what do you think you'd have now? Who would be controlling Egypt? I'll tell you what, the militants. Who would be controlling Saudi Arabia? Huh?
The militants.
The militants. So
I got the drift of this.
Let's stop this nonsense about, we need democracy.
Well, people thought I was joking, but I wasn't.
You can talk to your last president about foisting democracy on every area.
Saddam Hussein, as much as you want to say what a horrible, despicable man he was afraid of the Taliban. He was afraid of the terrorists. He hated Iran and kept them
and
well
the
at
Islamic
bay.
Militants.
And hated the militants. And quite frankly,
controlled the region.
He controlled the region.
Kind of like Tito in Yugoslavia before. Right. Heck broke loose when he was gone. Then you had the warring parties.
Right.
Nobody says they're great people, but in terms of what you have, and what do you think you're going to have in Iraq when we finally
it will become a religious, controlled by Iran kind of situation. Again.
H.R. 2267, Barney Frank, support the bill and call your congressman.
All right, you will be going to Washington, be lobbying about this. You are very much into internet poker.
I am.
And he doesn't have a problem, you understand?
No,
he plays a little bit here and there, that's all.
Enthusiastic.
I'm with you on this. I happen to believe playing internet poker is a fine thing. I'm going to join up with you.
We're going to put you on our website.
Whatever you want to do. What am I going to do?
Yeah,
more information
how can you turn me down?
Right.
Hey, by the way, I want to tell you about playing poker.
Yes?
With our friend Howard.
Please, because I'm down about 400 grand.
We would
He's about to lose his house. Go ahead.
We would play over at the Garden City Hotel, rent a room, etc.
Yeah.
And we'd be playing about 7 of us, etc. And one of our people, I will only mention his first name, Dominic, would say, let's raise the stakes.
Right.
And the guy who could buy and sell everybody in that room, Howard, would say, hey, come on. These guys can't. And he was always concerned. And
About
that's why
the
I
little
loved him.
man.
About the little guy.
The young guy.
I always loved the fact that he said,
well, it was
"We're
a
gonna
friendly
play
game."
Exactly. We're going to play $1.02. We're not going to let this thing.
Listen,
It was a friendly game.
Quite frankly, I was worried about you. I didn't know how much money you
You're
had.
right.
That's it.
You're
That's it.
public
That's it.
servant,
And
I
public
love
servant.
wiping them
That's right. I said, what are we going to do here?
The senator can't hang.
Dominic
Now,
played
listen.
on one Monday night at our game. Ask him what happened.
What happened?
We killed him.
That's right.
He left.
Listen.
Early.
I am mindful of the time. I realize it is 8:09 a.m.
Wow.
It is actually your
You're
time
kidding.
to have your sex for the first time of the day with your young wife.
No, I'm not.
I know.
Are they on a schedule?
It's one of 5 times a day. Don't tell me you make love more than once a day.
Dear God.
I will not believe that.
No, I didn't tell you that.
But listen to me.
I'm not sure.
You're 2 times a day. Are you kidding me?
Not every day.
Not every.
Every
How?
other day.
Well, you really are in love.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
Oh, jeez. I've never
great.
seen you like
She's
this.
great. Yeah, she's a great.
This is a different
She's my
Senator
buddy, my
You're a whole
love.
different guy. You're
Yeah.
representing pot. You're.
Well, not yet. You got to sign them up.
You've really changed. All right, listen to me.
Pot and poker.
I understand.
Go together.
That's right.
You can't have one without
The other. For more information on the Poker Players Alliance, let's remember, go to the PPA.org. I wish you luck with this because I'm for it. I mean, you're right. There's so much nonsense in the world. Who's worrying about poker on the internet? You're absolutely right. It is a pleasure to see you.
Great to
An
see you,
honor to
Howard.
have you in my studio. Congratulations on the upcoming birth of your next child. Your daughter is coming into the world.
Yeah, October.
And give your lovely wife a beautiful kiss for me during
will.
your
And you
5
please
times a day lovemaking session.
Give Beth my best. And by
I'm
the way,
gonna give you her
You
best.
are a lucky son of a gun.
I am.
She's a beautiful person.
Did you have a good time at my wedding?
I had a great time. And boy, was she shockingly, knockout.
That dress.
Great.
Yes.
I mean, and
She was almost nude.
Yeah. Well, it was quite an outfit.
Yes.
I have to tell stunning.
Stunning, yes.
But she's a good person. She's not only beautiful looking.
She's a good
She is
person.
a nice person. She sent us a beautiful note afterwards.
Pictures. Things like that.
yeah.
Listen,
She
listen
writes
to me.
well, yes.
May you have 6 more children
No,
and 3 more
only-
wives.
How many
No,
more? Wait a
don't
minute,
say
wait a minute.
that,
How
huh?
many
I wish this
children
was-
are you going to have? Well, he
6
was about
more.
to
Well,
tell
this is
us.
number 2.
I wish you 6
keep
more.
talking
Yes.
to her about 2 after that.
Are you serious?
Well, you know.
Wait a second. You got to do the math too, though. You want to be around for the kids.
I know
the
Poppy's
level.
96. I'm only going to be 72.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mama's 94.
Well, I wish you 6 more.
How's your mom and dad?
They're doing great.
And still in Rockville Center?
My father just turned 86 the other day.
Wow.
And he's doing well. I send him to the gym. And he even says, you send me there because you want to be an orphan.
He says, make me an orphan.
Which gym does he go to? In Rockville Center?
No, he comes into the city.
Oh, he comes into the
yes,
city.
they're with me. And yes, they're doing very, very well. My mother is doing well. And
they're
they
here in
talk
the
about
city?
you fondly. No, they're on
in
Long
Rockville
Island.
Center.
Yeah, but they come in and they hang
Great.
out.
Right.
And the senator will be legalizing pot soon. He was legalizing gambling. He's even thinking of legalizing crack. He's going completely different. You would never do that.
Never.
Of course not. I only joke.
That's bad stuff.
That's right. It is great to see you.
Good to see you, Howard.
I'm so glad you're happy. You deserve it. And again, go to ppa.org. Senator D'Amato.
Yes.
Internet gambling is what he's focusing on.
Poker.
Poker, rather. And thank you for being here.
Good to be with
We'll
you.
be back right after these words.
Senator.
Hi.
How'd it go?
It was fun. It was catching up with an old friend. We haven't spent this much time together since, I guess, well, number one, at his wedding, but we didn't get to spend that much time. And number two, when we had dinner when he was first engaged to Beth. So that's the last time I really got to spend any time. And this was just a lot of fun. Talking about the things that we care about and joking about it. And, you know, Howard was Howard. He was the best.
Now, you came on to talk about legalizing online poker.
Right.
And Howard sidetracked you a little bit with some sex questions.
Yeah.
How was that? Yeah.
It was fun.
I think you demonstrated a little bit.
Well,
what
I
you did with your
won't
wife?
demonstrate on camera, but the fact of the matter is Howard wanted to know whether after 5 years of wedded bliss, is it still bliss? And am I still hot for my wife? And the answer is absolutely. I love her. I want to be with her all the time.
And next time you come on, you gotta share with us that little secret, what you take.
Well, maybe if I'm retained by the right people, maybe we'll share.
All right, so you had a good time today, Senator?
Fabulous time. Great time.
All right.
You can't help but have a good time with Howard.
Thanks for stopping by.
Good to be with you.
Visiting Howard and Robin and the gang again. And this time I'm here to promote my brand new book, Getting It Through My Thick Skull, which is the story of my life and everything I've been through since the shooting and my revelation that my ex-husband is a sociopath. And explaining why and my story.
Mary Jo Buttafuoco wrote a book. It's called Getting It Through My Thick Skull. It's in stores now. For anyone who doesn't know, Mary Jo was shot in the head point blank by Amy Fisher when her husband was having an affair. She hasn't written a book until now. Some people might be shocked just by that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
She's an old friend of the show, Mary Jo. Hey, Mary Jo. Good to see you. You're looking well in yellow.
You know, let me put this.
She's all in yellow.
Mary Jo is a vision in yellow. Always maintained her figure even through all the...
Hi, sweetheart.
How are you, baby?
Hey, Mary Jo.
Mary Jo.
George is here today.
Are you a Trekkie? Are you a Star Trek? You're not.
No, I'm just a big George fan.
You like George?
Love George.
Yes.
Who doesn't love George?
Everyone loves George. Why did you wait so long to write a book? Why? I'm
Did I tell
almost shocked.
you I have a thick skull, a little bit of a thick head?
When you say getting it through my thick skull, obviously a reference to the bullet, but also a reference to the fact that, like, for years you wouldn't even believe Joey was cheating on you. The whole world, even myself, was saying, Mary Jo, the guy is cheating
All right,
on
let
you.
me have it. It's okay.
But it's true. I mean, you were in denial. You really believed he was telling the truth.
Here's the story. After I saw you, the last time I was here 2 years ago, do you remember they were in Central Park and they went on the date?
Yes.
That was here. And we looked and said, what is this? And we couldn't figure it out.
It was wild. You're referring to your ex-husband, Joey Buttafuoco, actually went on a date with Amy Fisher. They were trying to put together some sort of business.
Right.
You know, it was like a
thing. And it was in the paper, and it was that day. And what happened was I went home, and my son and daughter came over, and they were so mad at their dad for Father's Day. They were like, fuck him. We don't even want to talk to him.
Understandable.
And it's very true. And so they came to my house and with Stu.
Stu is your boyfriend?
Yes, my still fiancé. And congratulations.
You two still haven't gotten married?
No, not yet.
What's his problem? Why is he waiting?
It's me. It's not him. It's
well,
me.
hey, let me ask you. We're going to get back to the story. I'm jumping all over the place. But stay with me.
Okay.
When you were with Joey and then you guys decided to divorce, you finally realized he's not the man you thought he was.
Right.
How long did you wait before you had sex with another man?
You ready for this? I'm going to be totally honest.
Well, yeah, this is it.
2.5 years.
You waited 2.5 years before you had sex with. What did you do for 2.5 years? Did you just touch yourself? Were you involved with your fingers? What did you do? You're an attractive woman. You have needs.
And I fulfilled them myself. Thank you very much. Of course.
You rubbed yourself. Literally.
We have to go through this.
Come here.
Don't you want to hear about the sociopath?
Yeah, we're going to hear about everything.
Benji, tell him to stop.
Mary Jo.
And by the way, Fred, he's not there.
No, he
disappeared.
He's gone.
Don't pay
See,
attention.
you bored him. He left.
Fred's from Mars. He can disappear anytime he wants.
He's actually
there. You just can't see him.
You're the first person who's acknowledged him in 5 years, and he wasn't here for it, which is typical
Although
Fred.
I saw Bruno was kind of hot for him.
He liked him.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw that. All right.
Wait a second. So you touched yourself for 2.5 years. What? And then how many men have you had? Now you're engaged to Stewie. Was Stewie your first?
No.
Where did you find a man to have sex with?
I am a lady.
Understood,
Howard.
but now we're talking about the book. I need a timeline. This is not about being voyeuristic. I'm a reporter now.
Always asking the tough questions.
I'm a reporter now.
Yes.
You're
Okay.
a sexual woman. Listen, you look good. There's no question. I mean, it's a miracle that you look good. You were shot in the face. And
Did you see the back picture? That's the bullet hole right there.
That is the bullet hole in your face. And you even describe in the book that you had to clean the bullet hole with what'd you use, a Q-tip?
Well, in the beginning in the hospitals, they, to make it heal, they had to stick things. It was agony, absolute agony.
I mean, what you went through is unbelievable. The fact that you're here to sit on a couch and talk to us is probably about 1 billion to 1.
Well, you're right. And it's been 17 years. I want to go back and you asked me the question.
The first time you make love to a man after Joey, you can't possibly trust men. I mean, you've got to be in a state of shock over what happened to you in your marriage. Your husband.
I'm trying to think about that. Like, no,
You trusted men.
I'm a forgiving, loving. Maybe naive, but not stupid. But just want to believe in the goodness of people.
Where did you find the first man you made love to after Joey? Where did you find him? In a bar? Were you at a restaurant? Did friends set you up?
I met him at a car show.
A car show?
Yeah, a car show, like in town.
Interesting, because your ex-husband, Joey, is involved in cars.
I was with my brother-in-law, Joe's brother,
right,
at a car show. And I saw this guy, and I write about it. I write it in the book about how I a friend of mine had said I never look back. She said, guys are always looking at you and you never look back. And I realized I guess I did kind of just keep my head down, because I was used to people staring at me, and I just would look down. And so she said to me one day, guys are looking at you all the time, Mary Jo. You just never look back. And it stuck in my head, and I thought, I'm going to look back. What have I got to lose? So I went to this car show, and he was a guy our age. It was my age.
Did he look like Joey?
He was similar. He did the motorcycle, the tattoos.
You're attracted to that
type, yes.
Burly,
big, handsome,
handsome guy.
And I did. I looked, and he looked back, and I got like little butterflies in my face. I was like a little kid again.
It was like a schoolgirl on a date.
Yes, and I was like 47.
He asked you out? He asked you out.
And he did, and it was...
And he took you that night? Well, how long did it take? How long did it take before you were sexual with this gentleman? How long did you wait?
A week.
A week. Longer than Robin holds up.
I beg your
Sorry.
How dare you?
Oh, Fred's back. Fred's back.
Now you know Fred's in the room.
Thanks. Gotcha.
So you waited a week.
Yeah.
Right. And when he took you, was it mind-blowing to be with... So you had been with your husband how many years? Even with all his cheating, you never cheated.
No, I never cheated.
Never cheated. So after 25 years to have a new penis, if I may be graphic, inside of you.
Oh, gee, go ahead. Be graphic. Go ahead.
What was that like for you? Was it better than Joey?
Yeah, how do you compare it? Better.
Of course you compare. Was it better sex with this new guy than with Joey?
Better is not the right word. Different.
Did you cry?
Cry? What would she be crying about?
She cried because it's a big... This is the first time in 25 years.
No, you know what I said? Fuck, I waited all this time.
And it felt good?
It felt great.
Did you achieve an orgasm the first time with the new man?
I don't remember.
You remember exactly.
Come on.
You're lying now.
Go ahead, more sound effects, please.
Come on. I mean, now, the reason you would cry, because now it's really over with Joey. You're banging another man. You have really gotten him out of your hair, so to speak. Did you cry?
No.
You did not?
No. I probably shouted from the rooftops.
Did you orgasm?
I don't remember.
You remember.
That I did.
You did?
Sure.
All right.
I guess.
That's what I thought.
Where did this take place? At your home?
At the Rio Hotel in Las Vegas.
At a hotel?
Yeah, I was staying at the Rio, yeah.
In a hotel room you did it? Wow.
Room.
All right.
Wow.
Okay. So you admit that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So the most amazing thing in your new book, which I was shocked to read out of all of it.
Oh, go ahead.
Your mother was upset when you told her you were going to divorce Joey Buttafuoco, the man who was having an affair behind your back and whose girlfriend shot you in the face, and your mother's upset about it? Explain that to me.
Probably one of the reasons I stayed all the years. I write that in the book. I was always very influenced by what they thought. And it was,
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
Is it a Catholic thing?
Very Irish Catholic.
You stick by your husband no matter what.
Joe. They did, and Joe was very good to them. And,
but your parents believed that Joey was innocent?
A lot of us did. We all did.
Your parents?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
He convinced them so.
But after all the years, and then finally you say, I'm getting divorced, and your mother says to you, you shouldn't get a divorce?
My mother's first reaction was, well, that's what happens when you don't have God in your life. And I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind, Mom?
Right. I mean, really?
I said, are you mad?
I want to interview her.
Yeah.
I really
She's
do.
an old woman.
I mean, but wouldn't it be great to say to her, Mom, this man's lover shot me in the face.
Well,
he cheated on me.
It validated all those years that I suppressed and didn't share and didn't talk and was afraid. I worried about what they thought too many years.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I finally broke out and said, this is my life and I'm not happy and this can't work, and I said it to him, I got the lecture. And when I got the lecture, I said to myself, this is exactly why I never told you anything. And I said goodbye, and I didn't talk to her for 4 months.
Of course, because, I mean,
I was like, I'm done. I said, I don't want to hear it.
If I had been shot in the face, I know my parents would say, it's time for you to get out of this marriage. They might have said, yeah, I mean.
You think I'd tell Jessica that? Like, girl, it's time to go.
So you have not been parented well. Let's be honest.
Because
don't be afraid to say it. Your parents.
Oh, I was parented that strict Roman, Irish Catholic, go to the Catholic schools, slap you in the face when you stop.
Absolutely. I think that's what kept. I think that's what kept you in your fog, so to speak.
Oh, definitely.
Because you're with this mother who's telling you Joey's a good man.
But Joey convinced all of us he had nothing to do with her for years and years and years, that she was crazy and she was wrong, and she was crazy.
Has Joey ever admitted to you that he did have an affair with Amy?
No, he's never.
Still?
He said it to you, he said it on TV, but never to me.
He never sat you down and said, I had an affair with this woman. No. I was shocked to also read that when Amy Fisher was plotting to shoot you, that she tried first to hire 2 guys for $400 to shoot you. And, of course, they said no. Why didn't they go to the police, these 2 guys?
I think, you got to realize they were 17.
Right.
She offered them a blowjob and $400.
Well, wait a second.
Not bad.
Yeah. So what 17-year-old boy is going to say, I'll do it? So one kid said he had a rifle, and so she said, all right, I'll give you $400 and a blowjob and do it. And he came to the house with her. And the only way I found this house out was after I got shot. One day I'm laying in bed at home, and the police detective called me and said, I want you to think back. I want you to think in your memory. I want to ask you a question. I said, okay. He goes, do you remember a girl coming to your house about 6 months ago and selling you candy? And I went, yeah, I do. How do you know that? I had never told a soul. And what had happened was 6 months earlier, a girl came to my house. She had 3 candy bars. She knocked on the door. She said, I'm from Massapequa High School. Would you buy my candy bars? And I was like, it was the day after Halloween. Now, we're talking about it. This is Amy Fisher. The day after Halloween, she's selling me candy. I said to her, I got more candy than I know what to do with, sweetheart. Why don't you go across the street? I got an old couple over here. No. Please. It's only 3 bars left. She was like annoying me a little bit.
Yeah.
But I said, all right, come on in. It's from Massapequa High School. That's my alma mater. Come on in, and I'll buy a candy bar. I let her come in the house. I went to get my wallet. I gave her $1. She said, please buy all 3. She was like annoying me. I said, honey, I'll take 1.
Right.
I got enough candy here for the rest of my life. I'll take 1. Go next door. And I gave her $1. I took one of the candy bars, and I had to, she wouldn't leave. But nothing came to my mind. I just thought, what a pushy little kid. She goes, she leaves. I turn around. I look at the candy bar. It's like a Nestle's Crunch bar. And I turn it over, and it says grocery, 59 cents on it.
Oh.
And I said, son of a bitch, that kid just ripped me off for 50 cents. So I kind of walked back to the door thinking, I sent her across the street. And I opened the door, and there's nobody there. Nobody. They're gone. The police detective said, that was Amy Fisher.
Oh.
I went, what? And they said, the boy came... after she did shoot me, this was 6 months later. In other words, he took the money and the blowjob. He didn't do it. He was supposedly on the side of my house with a rifle, but he wasn't going to do it. He didn't have any intention of doing it. She went bananas on him. Why did you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And he went home and just didn't think anything of it. go far, 6 months, and now I'm shot. And he goes, oh, my God, that girl wanted that woman dead a long time ago. And they told their parents, and the parents took him to the police. And then another kid came out and said the same thing. And he goes, I just took the money in the blowjob. I didn't go on the side of the house with a gun.
So she was blowing everybody all over Massapequa trying to get you killed.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Who do I got to blow to get her killed?
Isn't it amazing to me that none of those boys came forward and said, listen, this girl...
I think they thought as 17, like, she's crazy. You know, she's crazy. Like, that just...
So really, I mean, she was there. I was going to say, it could have even been that the candy bar could have been poisoned. Who knows what the hell it was?
Who knows? She wanted me gone for a long, long time.
She wanted you gone because her fantasy was that she was going to marry Joey.
Yeah.
And they'd have a life together once you were
They could take care of Paul and Jess.
Right,
yeah,
right.
great.
She'd just get the kids and take care of
them.
Can you imagine? Can you effing imagine this? It's unbelievable. I mean, what kind of sickness is in this girl?
Wow.
I mean, how did you pick up that I guess you wrote her a letter and said, you guys still write each other, right?
No, I explained that to Gary a couple of months ago. You know, Lou, God bless
Lou is Amy's
idiot.
husband, yeah.
Lou Bellera, you know, I now can know who sociopaths are. And I know 3 of them. I know Joey, I know Lou, and I know High Pitch Eric.
High Pitch Eric.
I got to talk to you about that.
Right.
You got your money back from him? I got to tell you, that's all part of the game.
Right.
I told Irish John, I said, you got a sociopath on here. You know, when you were talking about him the last time, Gary comes and goes, what's wrong with him? What's wrong? Like, he doesn't seem like totally retarded, but nothing seems to faze him. He's on the street. He hangs out at people's houses. I said, that's a sociopath.
Why do you say that about Lou? He's never shot you or done anything to you, has he?
Look what he's done to Amy.
Well, what has he done? I mean, can you really do that to someone, or can you
convince them wholly and fully that what you are doing is the right thing and everybody else is wrong? To have taken her from a journalist, she went to college. I think she was trying to get her life on. Now she's pole dancing and doing porno.
Yeah.
That's him.
But he would probably say if he was here, that's not me. She wants to do this.
Of course,
I mean, you got to be fair in that sense.
No, but that's it. That's the sociopathic way. Joe convinced me. Now, listen, Amy was crazy. There was no question. So when he says to me, Mayor, she was a customer. I didn't know any of this. She was nuts. So you kind of go,
are you upset?
It's a bit of the truth.
Are you upset that you let her out of prison? I mean, now
and
looking
that whole
back on it.
forgiving thing, do you still forgive?
Yeah, that wasn't done with any conditions. I did that for me, and I wrote that in the book, that I had been so angry, and I was addicted to medicine, the painkillers. Percocet was my drug of choice.
And you admit in the book that you became addicted to cocaine?
No.
You did not?
No, Joey was.
Joey was, never you?
No.
Did you know he was addicted to cocaine?
Yeah, I didn't, because he would binge. So to me, I thought an addict every single day had to do it, and so he would binge and disappear for 3 or 4 days. And
you put up with all of that too?
I had little kids, and he swore to me every time, I'm done, I'm sorry, I love you, and cry. And it was it wasn't all bad. I mean, we had a lot of fun together, and he was a lot of fun.
How do you think he slept next to you every night, knowing that he really was having an affair with her, and that he was responsible,
and
that he was lying?
He was responsible for you being shot.
Well, you know what? I realize now, because he is a sociopath, and sociopaths have no conscience, and they have no remorse. That I'm sure he thought, wow, I fucked up. But it's gone. He's on to the next. To him, and then in their mind, they convince themselves, well, I didn't do it. It's not my fault. I didn't tell her to do it. So
when you got on all these painkillers for being shot in the face, you eventually had to go to rehab, right? Because you were so addicted.
I wanted to get off of them. I was taking like 30 a day, and I couldn't get off of them. And I told you the last time that Dominic Barbara was the one who offered rehab for me, and I thank him for that all the time. And I went to Betty Ford, and they were the ones that kind of told me, Mary Jo, you got to live with this. It's been 7 years. Because I was always angry and mad and everything. And they kind of turned my head like, all right, what do I do now for the rest of I've got the rest of my life. And I lived. So it was when I got out of there, the slow turning of getting stronger, healthier. The forgiving was for me to let the anger go.
Do you think it kind of turned Joey on that all of these women were into him, like you're into him, even though she shot you in the face?
Believing whatever.
He's got her in love with him. I mean, do you think that in a weird way, all this drama turned him on, and then the fame that came with it turned him on?
Yeah.
It did. He liked it.
I saw that, and I write about that in the book, that I was watching this. Like, he thought this was great, and I thought, like, how about saying, like, oh, my God, my poor wife almost got murdered.
And you
I
had
think I'll
headaches.
spend the rest of my life taking care of her and staying home. Instead, he's out, carousing around. He loved it.
It's unbelievable.
He loved it.
Was he a great lover?
He was my husband, yes. Yeah, sure, he was.
He was. He was great at
But
it.
he was my first. He was my only.
I mean, he has control over these women.
Yeah.
You included, bright woman who, like, you just get hypnotized by him.
But we were kids. We started out young, so we just grew up together. It wasn't like I had anything to compare it to.
But your belief in him was amazing, because I remember one night being out to dinner with you guys and Dominic, and we were in the ladies' room together, and you just said, I know him better than these people who are telling me he does all these things. I've been with him for however many years, and I know my husband. That's what you said to me.
I did. And you're right, and it wasn't until this revelation came out that I looked up, I went on the computer and went, sociopathic tendencies, and I read the list, and my heart stopped, and the light bulb went off, and I went, oh, my God, this is what I've been living with all of my life. And then and then I started thinking about the stories and the things that he did and the things he said, and I was like, oh, my God, I bought this hook, line, and sinker.
Do you think had you died and she didn't get caught, do you think he would have married her?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah.
She was just something to conquer, I think.
Why do you still email her?
It was one email, and let me finish this. Lou has been trying to get a hold of me.
Right.
Lou calls me up. I got a bona fide offer here. I got a bona fide offer. That's his favorite word, bona fide.
No, he learned it.
I got a bona fide offer from a reality show. We want to put you all six of us, Lou and Amy and Joey and his wife Ivanka and me and Stu in a room, and like a Dr. Drew, we can all be psychoanalyzed. I said he's fucking mad. He's out of his fucking mind.
You got shot in the head.
Yeah.
But let's not forget this. I mean, that's
so
serious.
I ignored the phone call.
All right.
Okay. Second time he called again. Hey, Mary Jo, it's Lou. Maybe you didn't get my first call. I got this producer that I want. And then a half an hour later, the producer calls me. I'm like, how did you get my number? Oh, Lou gave it to me. I said, motherfucker. Like it's nothing. Hey, So I said, I kiddingly said, well, listen, if you could guarantee me $10 million after taxes and an island somewhere in Bora Bora, I'll do it. Well, this moron calls me back again. Hey, you said you were interested. Okay, maybe we can get something going here. So Amy,
negotiation.
So Amy emailed me, because then I ignored him again. I said, this is retarded. I'm talking to an idiot. So then Amy emailed me, because I have a website, MaryJoButterfuco.com. You can write to me. It's not like it was my private email.
Right.
And she writes a very nice little note, like, Lou said that you were interested, but we haven't heard back. And I said to Stu, look at this. Come here and look at this. So I had to write her back and say, Amy, I was kidding. It was a joke.
Right.
I'm not interested. Have a nice life. And that was the email that I had with her about 3 weeks ago.
You must be so angry with Joey Buttafuoco, because you know what? He put you into this whole situation. Had he been a good
honey,
husband.
look, I wouldn't be sitting here with you.
Yeah, but come on. This is crazy. I mean, what happened to you and also you graphically put in your book pictures of the bloody clothing and everything that happened to you, and it's pretty damn scary to get shot in the head point blank and to survive.
But you know what I keep thinking about? When Joey and Joe, and Lou and all that, Amy and, that whole setup where they were going to do a reality show, and he was leaving his wife and Amy was leaving her husband. And you make the point of him being a sociopath because he didn't seem to understand when we were talking to him that it was going to affect his kids.
Oh, no.
The kids don't talk to Joey.
They didn't for a couple of years, and now they're on we'll meet for dinner once in a while and we'll talk about the weather. There's but because they know what he is now, they don't confide in him and share him. You have to take Joe. You have to take a sociopath on a sociopath's level, and don't tell them too much. Don't reveal too much. And they're very shallow and they're very self-centered. Mm-hmm.
Joey doesn't plan. He says that your book is.
I read the.
Your book is filled with
he read it twice.
Your book is filled with inaccuracies.
Quote,
he claims.
Many inaccuracies. Yeah. 4 times he said the word many. And then I read that he's writing a book to tell the whole truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Well,
hasn't he done that many times?
You seem a lot more.
Many times.
In all fairness, you seem a lot more credible than he does.
Well, I was going to say, take it from the source.
Well,
but this is Joe. Like, Mary Jo wrote a book. Well, I wrote a book too, and I'm going to have a book out too. You're
Right.
like,
Now, you've been around. You're doing the publicity for the book now. You did Good Morning America. I was going to say to you, do you think it's happened so long ago that the public has lost interest? But clearly, if you look at the appearances you've made, Good Morning America, The View.
I was on The View yesterday. I held my own. I was like, they were shooting things at me left and right, and I was.
What were they saying to you?
They were great.
They should be. What did you do wrong? You did nothing wrong.
Well, you don't know. I said, look, I've got one camp that goes, oh, here's this fucking story again. The butterfield. We don't want to hear it. It's an old story. But mine is not. It's not about that. It's more about my revelation and my version, because a lot of people didn't know what I went through, and more to educate people on sociopathic behaviors. And
because you actually could be involved with one.
It could be a parent that's one. Listen, Joey, his parents had a child who was a sociopath. My children have a parent who's a sociopath. His siblings have a brother who's a sociopath. I was married to one. So everybody is involved in some way in a sociopath. These toxic relationships that just drain you and suck you dry.
How do you know Stu is a good guy? Do you trust your own judgment with Stu?
Yes.
How come? I mean, why trust your own judgment? For years, you...
Well, excuse me.
I'm being serious. You deluded yourself on Joey. How do we know I shouldn't be evaluating Stu for you? That I should sit down and talk to him and really
bring
know.
him in here and out. I want you to.
I better know.
Look him over.
Maybe I'll see something in him. I mean, because you should have noticed from the start Joey was
no, but look, okay, I will say this, and I'm not defending myself.
Right.
Let Bernie Madoff.
Right.
This is the classic. 50 years. He took they're good. And all of these people now, they've lost their life savings, and they get mad at themselves, and you feel stupid, like, how did I let this happen? It's not that we are so stupid. It is that they are so good.
So what should we look for? How do we know when we're involved in a bad relationship, but we just don't know it? What are the telltale signs?
The telltale signs is certainly one time. It takes a while. It does. A telltale sign is if they lie to you about something. Now, the first time, it could be you want to protect them from something, or you want to cover up something you're embarrassed about. Okay. Then you go, all right. Second time something like that happens, now the feelers should go out.
Right. And I guess then when you get shot, you really should start looking into it.
Yeah, I was going to say, is
That's
it the bullet?
The bullet will do it.
He's such a wise ass. How do you
Once
work
you
with
get
him?
shot, you know. But
Just the big shot.
Let me see Stu for a second. Let me make sure that he is.
Okay, you can ask him one question.
I'm going to ask him one question, and then I'm going to let him off the hook. But it's going to be a tough question.
Oh, boy.
All right, here it is. Let me see Stu. Stu, come on in here and answer one question.
How good I am in bed.
I'm not going to ask that. That would be gross. Stu, hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Pleasure to see you.
How you doing?
Stu, I'm going to ask you one question. I'm not going to put you through a battery test, this and that. All right. Do you want to shoot Mary Jo?
Hey, I got a bona fide offer for you.
Stu, you're a normal guy, you claim, and you're going to be good to Mary Jo. Why have you not married her yet?
Don't ask me, ask her.
Why are you waiting?
Just haven't found the time. I don't know.
Have either of you watched the porno with Amy Fisher in it?
No.
We've seen a minute or two.
You did see a minute or two. So you just lied to me.
No.
Are you a sociopath? Are you? That's a lie. You did see a minute or two of it. Why'd you watch a minute or two?
Wait a minute.
Of it?
I didn't say I saw
Because
You did. She did.
I did. Because I went to the website.
All right, then you didn't lie.
There
All right.
Me.
All right, he's not a sociopath. Go ahead. Why did you watch the porno?
I went to the website. There was a reason. It had to do with Lou. I'm sure it had to do with Lou. And he said, check out, what we're doing. And there it was. There she was spread eagle. And I went, oh, God.
You had to look.
Wait. First of all, everybody we know sends us emails. Hey, check this out. You click on the link, and
it's there.
It's either Joe and his wife or Amy and her.
Oh, my
Lou.
God.
Right.
So it's like,
So after about you'll, all right, I don't need to see this.
Maybe you looked because, you know what? For whatever it is, your lives are intertwined for the rest of, for the rest of your existence. The reason, as you say, you're on this show is because of that girl. She is in a way tied to you for the rest of your life, and you have to be curious about this girl. I mean, this
or
is a girl
you have to
who,
be aware of what she's up to.
You do. In some way, it's like you have to look at a train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your train wreck.
Well, you know, now that you jogged my memory, when you saw it and you said, you know, I really respect porn people now because it is a talent because they were so bad at it.
Amy was sexless in this video.
And I had to, like, out of curiosity, and I was like, oh my God, Howard's right. It's like she's like.
Oh, touch my.
Like in the like if Artie's the camera, like, oh, feel my touch my clit.
Yeah.
Daddy, rub.
What's with the daddy?
Yeah, daddy.
Oh
he
my God.
keeps looking at the camera.
It wasn't a great moment in porn.
It wasn't good.
Well,
it wasn't a great moment in anything.
Do you think you were curious to see what Joey was banging?
No.
No. Has she ever yelled out Joey's name in the middle of sex?
No.
By accident, of course.
No.
Never happened.
Never happened.
It can happen, they say. You know,
Sometimes if I'm yelling at him, I go, Stu!
That she's done.
You have done that.
Oh, yeah. Like she get really mad at something. Joe!
But that's true. It makes sense because this is the woman that this woman yelled at Joey.
Well, that's it.
She spent a lot of years with him. Look,
Right.
we all have past, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Right. Well,
Like when Stu's doing coke off the hood of a Camaro.
That's me.
is there any part of you that still loves Joey Buttafuoco?
No.
What?
No.
No?
I am so disappointed in how this all turned out. Robin, like you said, I was standing by my man. I believed him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the years will show. Time always tells. And I am so disappointed in how this turned out. And I have had to ask myself, how could I be so wrong? But then I look back and go, no, he just is that good. He really, he's good to this day. The people he's bullshitting now, I want to tell people, but you can't. They got to find
Who is he
him.
bullshitting now? I mean, he's got to be kind of ruined now. I mean, everyone's sort of wise to him.
He's got his, they
thing.
find people.
Right.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Who is a better lover?
Like I
Stu or Joey?
Different.
What? I didn't ask you.
Stu.
Who? What?
Stu.
Stu?
Yes.
All right. Good answer.
Wait a minute. I was going to say Stu piped up with an answer like he's had sex with Joey.
No, I was back where I said he's really good. I was going to tell you about what happened with.
How do you know?
Wait, there's a story about how he's really good as a sociopath.
He's really good. I was mad at him about something one day, and I'm not going to get into all that. We were reeling about something. So he was coming to our house, and I said, when he gets here, I'm going to have a piece, give him a piece of my mind.
Right.
Comes over, I don't know, within 10 minutes. Hey, buddy, what's going on? But he leaves. We have dinner with him first, and then he leaves. Mary Jo goes, good going. I was like,
I said, you told him, didn't you, Stu?
He's good at winning people over.
He is.
Cops a plea.
Right.
He is.
Yeah.
Right. Well, listen. You've written the book. I hope the book does well because I always like to see you do well. Mary Jo Buttafuoco's book, Getting It Through My Thick Skull, is in stores right now. She's been on Good Morning America. Who did the interview? Diane Sawyer?
Robin
Roberts.
Roberts.
Yes. White or black Robin Roberts?
Black.
You don't
Interesting.
know Robin Roberts?
I think I
Very
do. That's
lovely.
why I was asking that question. I'm trying to put the...
She went through a cancer.
Right.
She had cancer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She used to be on ESPN and back in the day.
Oh,
she,
yeah.
She did sport.
Marianne from Brooklyn, real quick. Go ahead. Couple of quick questions.
I'm a long-time fan, and I can't believe your courage. I saw you on The View. Great job.
Thanks, honey.
And I just don't know how some people have the strength to go on after such a tragic event, and how the only time I turn off the radio is when Amy Fisher and Lou are on, and I hope you never have them on again.
Well, we didn't last long with Amy.
I'm mad, Howard. I wish you would stick to your guns and not have them on. And good luck, Mary Jo. You should be very proud of yourself.
Bob, go ahead. You're on the air in Paramus.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Mary Jo, I love your story. It's really courageous.
Thanks, Bob.
I was just wondering what kind of panties you had on today.
All right, fair question. What is that?
Fair question.
You're wearing a full yellow outfit. It's pants and matching blouse. Do you wear a yellow bra with that?
No. I have a body top
You
on.
wearing a bra?
Yes.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
And panties?
Nope.
You're not wearing panties today? No. You don't wear any panties?
No.
What is going on there?
Hey,
what is
now.
that all about? What do you think of that, Robin?
What? She's wearing
Well,
pants.
wearing
She's not
pants.
wearing any pants.
In honor of me or something? What is that?
I don't like that visible panty line.
Makes you feel more feminine, more sexy, not to have the panties?
That's me. You know me.
Well, why not?
No,
Do you like that? You must love that as her lover.
You know what?
Does it excite you to
At
think
her
that...
age, if she doesn't want to wear panties, she doesn't have to wear panties, you know?
She's old enough to make that decision.
She can make that decision herself.
Well,
I don't think she even
was
owns
hoping,
a pair.
I think she was hoping to ride the Sibian. That's what go ahead. Jeff the Drunk says he wants to ask a question, if you can believe it. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hi, Mary Beth.
Mary Jo.
Right on, Jeff.
Joe.
How are you?
Yeah. Good, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I can't help but think that you sound like you still love Joey.
That's not a question.
You sound like you're in love with him.
Have another drink, Jeff.
All right.
I'm in love with him.
Speaking of sociopaths.
Well, Jeff, I don't know what has led you to believe that she's still in love with him.
What
but...
gives you that idea? What did I say that makes you think that?
You're talking favorably about him.
He's really in the Cubs this morning. Isn't he?
Well, let me tell you. Yes, he
favorably?
Sounds... It's a tough word to say.
Favorably. I don't have an ass.
Mary Jo Buttafuoco's book, Getting It Through My Thick Skull, is in stores now. And you might say to yourself, well, gee, I know all there is to know about this story. But no, you don't. Believe me, you don't.
You don't know Mary Joseph.
Well, the candy thing is fascinating. I just want to ask one question. Sure. Mary Jo. So the detective thought...
I don't like this walk.
The detective thought when he was asking you that the reason Amy was taking so long with the candy was she was stolen so the kid could come around and shoot you with the rifle.
That's correct.
So the detective felt the kid was there with the rifle.
Well, no, they knew because the kid went to the police and told the story. Amy never told that story.
Right.
I didn't know this story. So when the police called and said that girl that came was Amy Fisher, I'm like, how do you know that? Like, it was so inconsequential that day. I didn't tell anybody. I was like, who cares? Some kid ripped me off for 50 cents. I went on and on. So when months go by and they say that to me, I'm like, how do you know this? And they said the boy went to the police and he told them he went to the side of the house with the gun and did this. And I was like, holy shit. I mean, she was trying for a long, long time.
So she's sitting there stalling, and he's like, he realizes she's serious about this. I'm not going to fucking go shoot
Well,
this
that's now I realize, because she's like, oh, please, please, please. And I'm like, honey, I'm done. I got to go, you know. And it was, I couldn't get her out. And I think you're right. Like, she was like, where is he? You know, he's supposed to be coming around
that is
here.
scary.
Now, those rings you're wearing, is that your engagement ring?
Yeah, this is our make-believe we're married ring.
Yeah, because that is a wedding ring that you're wearing.
Yeah.
But you're not married. Why is there a wedding ring if you're not married?
We both wear rings.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do the right thing?
I thought you'd gotten married.
You got somebody here marry us.
Why didn't you get married? What's the hesitation?
George, are you bona fide? Can you do? Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I know you are. Congratulations.
Well, listen, I don't understand, but
and you should too.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Why are you waiting?
I don't have
Stu
an
not the
answer.
man for you?
No, that's not so at all.
Why don't you give him the word right now so he can go out and find himself a girl?
You think there's somebody better?
Darling?
Look, on her knees.
Would you marry me?
Absolutely.
We say that all the time to each other.
We practice that.
I got a feeling the phone's going to ring later. I got a bona fide offer for you two to get married on a reality show.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm your best man.
Hollis will marry you here.
Yeah, I wish you luck with your relationship and the book, and it's very exciting.
Book.
And I hope your kids are doing well. I know they're nice kids. They've been through a lot in life. And
Are you still acting?
Who?
She was on stage. She was
on the
in
play
that
with John.
production
I
of
was
John
stuttering John.
Oh, yes.
And Suzanne.
What an opportunity.
All right, now wait a minute, Mr. Cynic. Okay. What happened was 2 or 3 years ago, my daughter teaches dance to little kids in dance theater and musical theater. And like 2 years ago, she came home and she goes, guess who's in my class? Guess who I'm teaching? Lily Bell Melendez, John's daughter. And I was like, oh, how cute is that? So that was that. And then last year, Susanna wanted to help raise money for this organization that they worked at. So it was kind of like Jesse came home and said, Mom, if we do a production of Grease, would you be in it? You know, they're just trying to get some people. So I was like, sure, I'll try it. That was the first time. I was like, I'm at the ing where like I'll try anything once. So I had fun. And Grant Reynolds was
right.
Was
Jillian Barbery's husband.
Right,
yeah.
and John and Ming Na and myself and just a lot of people. And it raised a lot of money for the musical theater.
I am not saying anything bad about it. I'm glad you're acting.
It wasn't rocket science. Okay?
I get
we
it.
had a good time.
And John was a hysterical Danny Zuko.
He was.
Hysterical.
I'm sure it was funny.
What?
Right.
No, you don't believe us?
And Stu, I'm going to say one last thing before I end this interview. If you ever This is advice. If you ever decide to cheat on Mary Jo, please make sure it's with a stable girl. A girl who really won't shoot her.
Never happen.
Yeah, Bill, I know that, but just in case you do.
Isn't that just like Joe's luck? Like the one he cheats with has to come and shoot me? You know, I mean, like, how stupid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What
you know? In fact,
I was just say I was married twice before, and I didn't cheat on either one of them either. So it's just not my way.
He's not a cheater.
All right, that's
just
good.
Not my way.
In fact, if you do cheat, go out with a paralyzed double amputee because we can't take
somebody with a peg leg. Mary Jo can have
no hands.
She needs to hear him coming.
It's never gonna listen. Sell a lot of books, and we'll get married.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's it. All right. Great always seeing you. I love you.
You know I love
and
you.
And Stu, good luck. You got a great woman here.
Thank you.
One thing about her, she's loyal. No matter what happens, she'll stay with you. I'm telling you. That's the kind of woman she is.
She got a past track record.
That's right.
I'm loyal to a fault.
You are.
I'm like a puppy.
And I think you're the greatest. All right.
Thanks.
Mary Jo, everyone.
Mary Jo, how was it?
It was great. Yay!
No, what is it with you and Howard? You guys seem to get along so well every time.
Isn't that funny? We have like this relationship that goes back to the beginning of all of this. He was like the first person I ever talked to on the phone in public.
Now, do you feel like with this book you could finally put everything behind you and like kind of close this chapter of your life?
I don't know that it'll ever be closed, but it's on my terms this time, and my name will forever be linked with these two. But I'd like to move on from it for sure. It's my side of the story. It's never been told, and so it's time to move on. Hello, handsome.
Hello, how are you? Have fun.
He gets so excited when he sees me.
And Stu, when are you gonna pop the question?
We did.
We did. No, for real. For real. Come on.
He pops it every day of the week. We go, all right,
well,
maybe
not
next
every
week.
day.
Maybe next week.
Should get married on the show. That would be good.
Well,
Well, put it together.
That would be fun.
We never said no. Put it together.
I know. We just never had the time or the I don't know.
It just hasn't been a priority.
We're gonna be like
We've both
Goldie.
been married before. I mean, it's just not.
And you're happy together, so
We're as committed as any married couple.
Yeah, we're more committed.
More committed.
We take better care of each other than our old spouses used to do. So.
That's correct.
That's all you can ask.